This is the YALE Review on YALE Radiocast.
Yo, what's good out there in YALE Radiocast land? Welcome to the YALE Review Special Edition show. We had to go ahead and catch some of this sizzle this week to let y'all know what's good out here. Your boy Mark L is in the building, and I'm on my shenanigans as always. Also with my wonderful co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the namesake, Mr. YALE himself.
The man behind the boards.
The man behind the boards and the man doing everything.
I promise you, I try not to get seen.
He try not to be seen, but he be dressed sharp as a tack. That's why we call him dressing. Right on, brother.
Wait.
What?
That shit. That was not a bar.
That was not a bar? Okay, I take it back. We call him blue cheese because he be dressing. No. We call him rants. No, okay, all right.
No.
Well, we can't call him rants because, broke back. Okay, anyway, so my man, Dylan YALE is in the building, and we got a special guest in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, is there a pimp in the house today? Is there a pimp? Yes. Is there a pimp?
Yes, person inspiring many people is necessary.
Oh, yes. Bars.
Pimpin in the building. How y'all
say
doing?
That one more time for him.
Person inspiring many people is necessary.
Oh, person who
Pimpin'.
Oh man.
Now that was N bar. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for joining us. Hey, on this special edition of the YALE Review, you are in the building with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
The stream is already getting live.
The stream is getting there, y'all. We waiting on people to join in. Come on in. Hey, thank y'all for joining us again. As always, we having an early show because we got to catch this heat when the heat is out here. Right. So tonight it's a special edition. Thank y'all for signing on. You'll definitely be able to see this.
Gentlemen.
Pimpin in the building. What's up? What's up with you? That's my biggest fan right
now. Right on.
Okay, so the story behind Willette Williams, who is my sister, and Slim. Okay, so shout out to my brother because he was at the wedding, right? The wedding of the decade.
The wedding of the decade.
For those who are unaware, you know what I'm saying? He came to show up to do some work for us, man. He pulled up and he was the MVP.
He was the MVP.
He was the MVP. You know what I'm saying?
Most valuable pimp.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yes.
Bars.
This nigga's cold.
That was N bar.
So, all right. So, sis, you are unaware, right? So, somewhere throughout the day, the evening, everybody coming out, and then keep in mind, Pimp ain't never seen my sister.
Okay.
But she watches the show all the time.
Okay.
So she watches Pimp and hugs on him, and he like, who the fuck? Who is this?
Hey, okay. In my defense, I was drunk as hell at the wedding. And when you drunk, some random women just coming up telling you, Pimpin Slimm.
Okay.
A woman come telling me that shit. I was like, look at man.
Who was it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
So much.
I was like, nah, that's my sister. I thought you talking about like places. She was like, no, nigga. That's my sister. I said, well, damn. I thought it was some woman from a drunken night before. I was like, I don't remember getting that drunk.
My goodness.
Right.
But I love her to death because she always showing support to the show and on my page, man.
Well, right on. Welcome to Willette, that country girl, Williams. She said, I saw him, though. That's what's good.
I like your sister.
And I just want to say I got a problem with my goddamn sisters because I don't know what infatuation y'all got with my motherfucking characters and my on YALE Radiocast. This woman over here looking for Pimp. My sister wondered like, well, where is Marcus?
Uh-oh.
What the fuck? Wonder what the fuck you looking for?
Now, y'all know.
The hell you looking for? Mark
Make sure you
for?
tune in for Mark L After Dark if you really want to know.
There you go.
Tune in for the goddamn grand opening and grand closing.
Not the grand opening, the grand closing.
The Alpha and the Omega.
All of it at the end.
The beginning and the end.
The grand opening and the grand
The
finale.
beginning is the Alpha.
Lord.
The end is
the
do
Omega.
or die.
Oh my God, here we go. Here we go.
That was my shit right there.
Look, y'all, thank y'all again for joining us. And, man, I've had a good week this week. It's been a lot of hot news out there, though, brother.
Man. Yes.
It's been a lot of stuff going on, man. So that's why we had to do this little special show tonight.
Mr. Kedrick Williams, how are you doing, brother? Good to hear from you, man. Another Williams brother, not my official brother, but
right
you know,
on.
he called me boss man because you know my other job over there. I have a great staff, and he was one of my best officers over there. Shout out to you, brother.
You the boss. You the boss, man. Right on. You know what's funny is his name is the same as my brother's name. That's pretty good.
Really?
My older brother's name is actually Kedrick. So right on. Shout out. But right on. Check it out, man.
Hot, man.
Hey, it's hot, man. We gonna go right on into it, brother. We got to hit some things this week. We got to hit some things this week that have happened in the world. One of the most poignant things I want to talk about. We're gonna start it out with this news we got today.
Right.
About Derek Chauvin. Now, if y'all don't know that name, let me just tell you. Derek Chauvin was the former Minneapolis police officer who was sentenced in a federal court for the killing and the murder, because we're going to call it what it is, right? The murder.
And assassination of the character of my man George Floyd. Y'all remember, if y'all remember hearing about this is the officer who kneeled on George Floyd's neck for over 9 minutes, and which ultimately led to his demise, and he was absolutely charged with his murder. So today, what we find out is that Derek Chauvin was sentenced to 21 years on federal charges for violating George Floyd's civil rights. Now, this was a civil rights conviction. This is Fed time, right? Right, 21 more years.
He needs, well, see, here's the thing. Let me just go ahead and do a little rundown on that right quick for you. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was sentenced in a federal court Thursday to 21 years in prison for violating George Floyd's civil rights. Chauvin he had previously pleaded guilty to the civil rights violation during Floyd's May 25th, 2020 arrest when the officer pressed his knee on the back of Floyd's neck for several minutes. The sentence will run concurrently with his state sentence of 22 and a half years after he was convicted for second and third degree murder as well as second degree manslaughter. Now, the defense actually asked for 20 years, saying that Chauvin accepts responsibility for what he did. Chauvin told Floyd's family he wishes all the best for Floyd's children during his brief remarks. He did not offer an apology. I'm going to get into that in a minute. In a court impact statement, Chauvin's mother said it wasn't her son's intent to kill Floyd.
Man, shut the hell up.
Look. Without the federal plea agreement, Chauvin would have faced a life sentence. Now, why you gave him okay. Under Minnesota law, Chauvin will have to serve at least 2/3 of the sentence. He has appealed the conviction. In entering his federal plea, however, Chauvin for the first time admitted that he kept his knee on Floyd's neck even as the black man pleaded, "I can't breathe," and then became unresponsive, resulting in Floyd's death. Chauvin, who is white, admittedly, he willfully deprived Floyd of his right to be free from unreasonable seizure, including unreasonable force by a police officer during the May 2020 arrest. 3 other former Minneapolis police officers, I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly, forgive me, J. Alexander Kung and Thomas Lane were convicted in February of federal civil rights charges in Floyd's killing. Magnuson has not set sentencing dates for them. That's the judge in the case. Lane is also due to be sentenced September 21st after pleading guilty in state court to aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter. Thao and Kung turned down plea deals and are due to be tried in state court October 24th on the same aiding and abetting charges. Now, let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
So Derek Chauvin, this mother.
We also got the call-in line open. 678-501-5177.
The new call-in number, 678-501-5177. We want to hear your opinions on this subject as well. But go ahead, Mark.
Absolutely. Given my opinion, I think 21 years is too damn light.
21 years is way too light.
It's too light.
Especially when R. Kelly.
Right. Got 30 years.
Right.
For child trafficking.
Right.
Now, not trying to
minimize
apples to oranges.
Yes.
Just saying.
Shit, it's both fruits.
Yeah, it is. But the disparity between sentencing for black convicted felons versus white convicted felons.
Right.
This man actually did a murder. Now, the thing is, he's got charges both in Minnesota and federally because of the civil rights violation, right?
Right.
So they're going to let him serve it concurrently, if y'all don't know. Concurrently meaning he'll be serving that sentence at the exact same time as opposed to doing 20 and then 21. You dig what I'm saying? Right. We got our first call in coming through the line.
Oh, y'all ready to go already?
Yep, that's good. That's good. We want the engagement. Come on with it.
But that can't answer his phone.
Thank you for calling into the Mail Review. Talk to us.
Y'all really think y'all was gonna get an apology?
Spicy, what's going on?
What's going on? Y'all really thought y'all was gonna get an apology?
No, I didn't.
We didn't expect it, but usually in court, that's where they express remorse. I thought that's where they say they sorry.
He's not remorseful. You can see it in his whole demeanor doing the whole thing. He's like, whatever. Okay, he did. Let me go ahead and take this 20 plus. I'll be out in 5. Okay.
No, you know what? The good thing about it is because he got Fed charges, he gonna have to do his time to the door. And Minnesota said you gonna have to do at least 2/3 of your sentence. So
You think that's gonna take?
I don't think that's what he's gonna get. No, I think they'll find some way to do. I mean, he riding to the end of his days. I think that's what's going to happen for sure.
yeah,
He definitely riding out. They're still gonna try to cut into it, but they'll find some way after that to cut into it. But I mean, I'm just happy we got something.
yep. Because you know what?
Well, I knew. Let me say this. I knew they was gonna give him some time. I really did because they don't want the uproar that happened. They don't want that again, so they was like, okay, let's go to the table. Number one, I don't understand why they let him decide to take a plea. Because they should have maxed his ass out. And don't talk about my baby R. Kelly, but they should have maxed him out.
Ooh, don't do that.
They should have gave him the max. Real talk. And I understand if it was an accident, if it wasn't intentional. I feel like everything that he did was intentional.
Absolutely.
So I
Yes.
don't feel
We
like
already
he
know
should have got, I'm sorry.
No, we already know that. We definitely know it was intentional. No matter how they're going to spin the narrative, we got that part. We got that part. I mean, we got video footage of what it really is, So
I'll go so far as to say that wasn't the first neck he kneeled on. It's just the first time he got caught out
there
there.
you go.
He did that to a 17-year-old.
See,
Yeah, it's recorded actually. So
Word.
talk about it, Slim.
That boy got anger management. The other way to put it. He got convicted of that like 3 years prior to that. Do it kneeling on a 17-year-old neck, bro.
what? So he just been he's a loser all the way around.
All the way around, bro.
This is what happens when you use that badge.
So him getting them extra 20 years on now. Ha! Welcome to being black, nigga.
Appreciate your call in, Spicy.
Thank you, Spicy. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Appreciate you, Spicy, and that juice.
He's still
Good
recovering.
one for you, too.
Oh, Lord. We having technical difficulties. We got to hung up the phone now.
Terrible news. Terrible news. Hey,
Oh,
man,
that
it's
shit
just
good, though.
basically, man. I think here's what I know. Excuse me. Here's what I know. What I know is that he definitely is gonna serve some time. Now, how is he gonna be sequestered? Because not to say that there's jailhouse justice, but
You see what they already started doing to Eric Holder. You see what they doing to R.
Soon as
Kelly.
the trial started. Come on.
Yeah. Oh no, they got Kels too.
Oh, they did.
Oh, they put their hands on Kels and pissed on him.
oh, see,
I feel sorry for R.
Drip, drip, drip.
Kelly.
oh my God, look.
Want to pee on you?
So
Or they playing piss on you in the background while they were doing it.
no, they was not, but that probably would have been an travesty. Or a piss away. Let's just go with it.
Abomination.
An abomination. But
That is-
this is the thing, man. I think basically, like I said, I'm glad we got something. I'm glad that his family, nothing will bring back the loss of a life. That's the first part. There's nothing will bring back a loss of a life. So this is what they can offer in recompense for his life. However, I'm going to say, 20 years, I think that's not enough. This man is never going to see the light of day. That man's children are never going to see him again. Right. 20 years is never enough time, but at least we got something. And like I said, 20 years is a long time, though. So ain't no telling. Will he find redemption? Will he find the bottom of a laundry basket? We don't know what he going to find. But I know this. He did get sentenced today in federal court, and those of us that know, because black folk know the law. We know the law.
I don't think we know the law.
We know the law.
We don't know.
We know the law. Pretty
We
good.
do not know
Pretty
the
good.
law, because if we did, we wouldn't be doing the dumb shit we do.
This is true, but I mean,
Then when we get caught, we say, "Oh,
well, I mean, we always gonna pretend like we didn't know no better. I didn't know I couldn't do that.
don't
That's
get me
right.
started. If we knew the law, we wouldn't be complaining about regulations that they made with our body." But
This is
don't
true.
get me
This is
started.
true. This is
Somebody
true.
gonna put their knee on
Willette,
I sure hope they do.
she said somebody gonna put their knee on Chauvin's neck. Somebody gonna put their knee somewhere.
Say put the knee on his neck and the
Up to the knee.
ass.
Mama said, "Lock my ass."
Right.
Mama said, "Lock my ass."
Trust me, it's gonna be one of them things. I'm not wishing it on him, but let me just say,
Hold up.
Knee on
Mark
the
it,
neck
of
and the
course.
foot in the ass.
I'm not gonna wish it on him, but let's just say y'all know what to do. I'm gonna leave it at that, right? We're gonna leave it at that.
man.
You are so PR today.
Hey, I'm gonna
Bless
leave it
them
at that.
hands.
I'm gonna leave it at
May
that.
Lord bless the hands on that boy.
Oh Lord. This is all I'm saying.
He'll be
Many,
all right.
many hands. Many hands.
Many
Did y'all
hands.
see Oz? Anyway, moving along. So basically, yeah, I just want to go ahead and we're gonna cap that off talking about Derek Chauvin sentencing for 21 years in prison for violating George Floyd's civil rights. Do you think this is gonna start a movement where these police officers will start to check
For
themselves?
2 seconds.
For 2 seconds.
For 2 seconds.
Well, I mean, if you know you got jeopardy hanging over your head, I think you talk about legislation. I think that's where you need to know. Listen, you if you're gonna detain someone and they are in your hands as a peace officer, you are responsible for making sure that they get to trial, right?
Right.
Okay. To make sure, because that's the law of the land. You're supposed to be able to be tried in front of a trial of your in front of a group of your peers, a jury of your peers.
Allegedly.
You ever notice that they're never our peers?
They never really,
They're never our peers.
really are peers.
When we
but
go down there, it's like 2 black people.
They try,
No,
but
no, they don't.
they don't
Do they
succeed.
try?
They don't, do they though?
Do they though?
Do they try though?
10 to 2 ain't fair at all. That's
Hey,
some
listen.
bullshit.
This is the correct. Well, let's say, he better keep it to the wall. Listen, I don't think the wall gonna stop him. I need him to. He might need slope on the rope.
Hey man, fuck that. Call it how it is. Somebody need to put their knee on his neck and the foot in his ass.
Hey, this is what
At the same time.
At the
at the
same
same
time.
damn time. There's enough people in there. It's enough of us in there,
Like you in that position.
boy. And oh man, all the people in there that was subject to
And
police
recorded,
violence.
because they got our phones in there now.
Listen,
I would
man.
ooh, imagine that story.
Oh my God.
The reenactment.
Hey, you remember what you did to George Floyd?
And the homeboy with the phone. Shit. Hey.
World Star.
Stop. Get your knee off his neck.
What's wrong?
please.
Can't you breathe? Can't you breathe?
Please get your knee
It's terrible.
off
It's terrible.
his
It's terrible.
neck. Please don't do that, sir.
Ladies and
Stop
gentlemen.
it. Could you please not? He's dying.
And the disclaimer: the views,
The views of Yale definitely are the views of Yale.
the views are Yale, yes, but not of Yale Radiocast.
Hey, man.
Not of Yale
fuck
Radiocast.
all that.
But of
Yes.
Yale. Yale's views is Yale's views. That is
Feeling
correct.
sorry for that motherfucker, man. Fuck them. They don't feel
Hey,
sorry for him.
I don't feel sorry for him, honestly, because you took that man's life, and I don't have any remorse for
Hey.
anybody that takes a life, especially, and you're supposed to be a quote-unquote peace officer. Let's just leave it at that,
Fuck
right?
that. I treat him like a nigga now, 'cause that's how he tried to treat us.
Hey, this is the correct way. This is
True.
the correct way.
True.
So, all right. So that's Derek Chauvin. We got that little piece out the way, y'all. Hey, still give a call. Go ahead and let us know how you feeling about it. We gonna
Hey,
keep on
David,
rolling.
You got what you deserve.
Hey,
Pimping out.
pimping is out.
Throwing it out the wall today, by the
Hey,
way.
that's it. That's what we got, man.
I don't feel
Everything's
sorry
hot
for 'em.
today. Everything's hot today. All right. So let's also talk about our embattled WNBA star Brittany Griner.
Following up, I already got the article up. Go ahead and read from-
Absolutely. Brittany Griner pleads guilty, according to the Associated Press. Now, WNBA star Brittany Griner was once again in a Russian courtroom as her trial on drug charges continues amid calls for the federal government to secure her release and to return her to the U.S. Griner, age 31, was on trial after being arrested in February accused of carrying vape canisters containing cannabis oil. She is charged with large-scale transportation of drugs. The Associated Press reported. The Associated Press did report. Russian media reported that Griner has pled guilty to drug possession and smuggling charges, according to the Associated Press. Now,
Let me jump in. reading the article that I'm sharing to the screen as well. Yo guy, Joe Bizzle. President Joe Biden also called Griner's wife on Wednesday, telling her that he's doing what he can to get Griner released as soon as possible. Griner had written a letter to Biden telling him that she was afraid and that she would never return home. She also said that her teammates are suffering because of her legal woes. Joe Biden responded by saying,
Doing the bare
if
minimum.
you didn't vote for me, you ain't black.
No, that is not what Joe Biden
And you know
said,
what she
sir.
said? She said, "I voted for you, Joe.
Oh my goodness!
I voted for you."
I
Listen,
don't think you did. And I think that we're going to have to do a follow-up. So we're going to keep you in there
you gonna make
My
a
bad.
you gonna make
I
a
was-
producer a voter card?
until
I was probably asleep.
That's terrible news. That's terrible news.
Okay.
Russian
And-
media also
and with
said,
Moscow attacking Russia.
Wait, no, stop. Just stop it. As you can tell, Mr. Yale is not a big fan of Joe Biden. But of course, we know why. We're not going to go into it. Russian media said that Griner's release could
shouldn't be
hinge. Now,
attacking Russia.
here's the tricky part. Here's the tricky part, y'all. Griner's release could hinge on a deal that would release Russian arms trader Victor Bout. Bout is currently serving a 25-year sentence here in the U.S. after being convicted of a conspiracy to kill United States citizens and providing aid to a terrorist organization. Griner may also be released with Paul Whelan, a former Marine and security director who is serving a sentence after being convicted of espionage, the AP reported. Now, first thing, let me just go ahead and kick it in there. There's no such thing as a former Marine, motherfucker. You a Marine forever.
Yeah.
That's the first part.
Right.
Now,
Yes.
but the wheeling and dealing. Now, this is the
You're
thing.
Anne Marine forever.
I am Anne Marine forever. That is correct, sir. Forever. Here's the thing I'm looking at here with this. Now, first of all, I think the charges are trumped up. Now, let me go ahead and be specifically clear. Did she have cannabis oil? I agree with that. Do I think she was large scale smuggling? They trying to make her sound like she's Scarface, right?
Yeah.
Like, did she have like cases of cannabis
From what I
oil?
understand, it was just one.
What was he gonna do with all that oil?
You know what?
Large scale transport? Come on, bro.
Let me reference
this is
back.
Russia.
Let me reference back to what I just said. Obviously, we don't know the law because if you knew the law, your stupid ass wouldn't have been going through an airport
Well-
with cannabis oil.
well,
whether it's
now-
whoa, I let you have.
Okay.
Whether you had a little bit of smidget or you had a whole briefcase of cannabis oil. Now I don't know much.
During
I know
wartime.
During wartime. I
Well,
don't care
no,
if it's
the war hadn't started
no,
yet.
I don't care if it's war, peace, fucking what they call it, Woodstock time. You know, you can't be going through no airport
With no drugs.
so no, our stupid asses don't know the law. Ron Mexico.
Not Ron. Oh boy, you brought up I remember that. Look,
I'm just saying.
I'm still saying it was water.
So listen to me.
I still say it was water.
Yes, yes, the charges might be extreme, but if your stupid ass didn't do it anyways,
You wouldn't have got caught out.
you wouldn't have got caught.
Okay, understood. I feel you on that.
I'm just saying. Like,
No. You got and you got a valid point. But my thing is this. Here's what I'm seeing. Couple of things. First thing, it just so happened that she got caught right before the war started, and now she's become a political pawn.
Now, I did not say that was going to happen.
Yeah.
First show when we dropped it.
Yeah.
And I said they are going to dangle her.
Oh, yeah.
For a bigger purpose.
Absolutely.
And you said, really, just an old black woman? Remember the question?
Yeah, I remember
You
that.
really think so? I say, watch.
Yeah,
Here we go.
They did.
5 months
And
later.
they did, and they did, and did.
And
You are
did.
correct, and did. Now, and they're using it, and that's what I was about to point out. Thank you, Willette, on the stream. Thank you very much. Her excuse was she put it in her bag by mistake. Will it stand up in a court of law?
And that's what you and Trey Michael was saying. Y'all know we be packing stuff up and we
Yeah,
be
it
forgetting.
happens.
Well, that's your fault for being dumb enough to forget.
It
You
happens.
got illegal paraphernalia
Well, look,
while you going through the air.
Look.
You didn't know you bought illegal paraphernalia.
This happens.
You didn't know.
This happens.
Look
Look,
here.
listen. They've had senators. Listen, this no bullshit to the back. Now,
yeah.
I'm gonna express the difference. They've had senators go to the airport with carry-on bags with loaded weapons. Only difference is they was in America. They was in America.
That's like Chauvin saying, I didn't know
didn't.
that I was doing this to
They
him.
was in America. Now, but all bets are off in another country. If you're an American citizen, they already don't like us.
I'm saying.
They
You can try
already
that.
don't like
You can
her.
try that. I don't know. I have no idea how these drugs got in my. I just
Especially-
play basketball, kind sir.
Well, see, now that's the second
As a
thing.
star, I'm an American star.
I feel
And
you.
do I look like with all these tattoos and my lips black as shit that I would have anything to do with cannabis?
Right. Our lips ain't black, bro.
Hey man,
Pull up
You
this
know-
picture.
you know what
Colors
they
ain't black.
what that saying is? What Buddy said in Rocky. What he said, bro?
I didn't hear no bell.
Go on, say it, bro.
I must break you.
I must break you. If he dies,
He dies.
he dies.
If she rots in jail, she rots in jail.
Copyright. Shout out to Copyright. What's good? That's my man right there. He say he looking like the new CEO of WWE.
You know what?
yeah,
That's
he do.
because I have balls like grapefruits.
Lord.
And I won't get caught in no scandal with another woman paying her $3 million to shut the hell up. Vince McMahon with your stupid ass.
I mean,
You should countersue that.
look, we'll go into
Shit.
that.
Going to that. We can talk about that.
We'll go into that. We'll go into
Later.
that. But yeah, but the
Let's talk
second
about this
thing
chick that's
is,
supposed to be dunking on
I
other chicks.
got a question, and audience, please definitely call it. What's
Yes,
the call-in number again? Because I
call
want to
in
hear
is-
somebody's. I want to get some callers on this one.
Okay, let's call it how it is. How do y'all feel about the basketball chick that be dunking on other chicks that got caught in another country with hashish? Just one cartridge of it, but with hashish.
678-501-5177. I got a question for you.
Let's say
So, Star goes through the airport, carrying a bag, gets pulled out of line. Ron, Mexico.
Ooh.
Gets pulled out of line
Yes.
in another country for transporting, let's just say, a joint. What if it was Michael Jordan? How long do you think he would sit there? In
30
Russia?
minutes.
Okay, so my question is her life less valuable than Michael Jordan's life? Is it because she's a woman?
No.
Is it because she's a
Stop,
WNBA,
stop,
not
stop.
NBA? I'm asking.
Compare NBA to WNBA.
What's
Salary. And there's your answer.
well?
No. Even if we forget WNBA, this is Michael Jordan. The whole entire goddamn world knows Michael Jordan.
Yes.
You know, so you know how it behooves Russia say we will do this for this outstanding player, Michael Jordan.
Right.
We are not gonna hold Michael Jordan.
Or
So you think it would have been an act of favoritism? What if it was wartime like now? What if they was getting ready to ramp up to a war and they wanted to try to control the narrative? You don't think they'd keep Michael Jordan?
I think
They would. I know. Now listen.
Hold up, Pim. What you think?
I
What say
think
you?
Jordan would have somebody to take that for him.
Well-
He's not that stupid.
Well, no, like I said, it's a for instance. This is a fantasy.
Somebody gonna step up and be like, you know what? MJ don't even smoke, man. They mine right there.
Right. You think somebody would take that charge?
Come on, bro.
And stay in Russia in
on,
jail?
man. Come on,
really?
man.
In Russia?
For MJ?
For MJ, this is Michael Jordan.
Well, see,
Now,
that's the
I
argument.
see what you're trying to
That's,
say.
but that's the
saying.
argument
I
online.
see
The
what you're
argument
saying.
is
You're
how
try-
long would an NBA star be there versus the WNBA star?
You're-
Now, first of all, let me
Stop
also
that.
let me throw
Stop
one more
that.
thing. Let me throw one more thing on the table.
Because this was Rashard Lewis, that nigga rotten, and they'll get her out before they get Rashard Lewis dead ass.
Nigga, Rashard Lewis.
You brought it right.
Okay, and I'm just using a man as example over Brittany Griner.
That boy's
Okay.
a ghost right now.
Right? Okay, I'm just saying.
Damn, bro.
I'm just saying.
Well, here's the thing.
Brittany Griner getting out first or Rashard Lewis? Who getting out first?
Give
Oh,
me Rashard.
huh?
Huh? Then
You think Rashard
I like
still get?
Rashard Lewis. I ain't know he was all locked up like that abroad.
Well, the thing is, that's been the argument. That's been the discussion. Would an NBA player sit there as long as Brittany Griner? Now, here's the thing, though.
Right.
Here and let me, because we talk about false equivalency all the time.
Yes.
So first of all, and this goes into a larger conversation, right? Because let's just say WNBA players made the same kind of salaries as NBA players.
It's their fault they don't.
However, they do not. And they talk about the disparity between the money women make versus the disparity men make in the country all the time.
Right,
Is this
right.
not a conversation?
No, it's not.
It's not a conversation.
It
It's not a conversation that happens.
It should not.
It-
be.
It should not be. However, the reason Michael wouldn't be shooting over to Russia to play in no games or play for another team because he make plenty of money on this side, right?
him, man.
She went over there to make some money. I dig it. I understand now.
She
Granted,
she did what she had to do to make that dollar.
but give bullshit to the back. She wouldn't have never been there had she been making enough money. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that that's a reason to pardon her. I'm not saying that's a reason to let her go. I'm not saying any of that.
So
what
she
I'm
was
saying
over there
is,
playing.
What I'm saying is,
yeah, she played the whole season over there. A couple seasons over there.
and she was going. She was actually
so
going.
she
She was
was
on
both
She was on her way back over here.
Oh,
she was coming back here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
WNBA and overseas.
Yeah, she was playing for two teams.
That's what most of the women do. Most of the women go overseas because of the dollar amount over there equals the dollar
The
amount
same
over
thing
here.
the men do.
They used to do that. Well, sometimes the men do that when they can't play in
When
the
they
NBA
can't
or
get
they
the
just
G
D-League.
League.
Right,
Yeah,
or they
yeah,
D-League.
they just go over there because they can't make it over here.
Correct.
It's a different thing for the
They
women.
pay money over there.
Yeah, the thing for the women is they're not making enough money over
Correct.
here. So to just balance that out, they go over there.
Right.
But this is the thing: the revenue is based off the money they make is based off the revenue that the team that they play for makes.
Generates. That's
Generates.
right,
So
right.
I don't give a shit about that. Women talk about women empowerment. I see more men wearing women jerseys than I see women wearing WNBA jerseys. So if they want women to make more money, these women who talk about this women empowerment in 2022 need to shut the hell up and go to a goddamn Hawks game. Or WNBA Dream game. Sit your pretty ass down with your fake ass eyes and support women fucking basketball. So Brittany Griner could make the same amount of money as Michael Jordan makes, and then this wouldn't even be a debate.
Even if she
It
made,
wouldn't.
even if she
Then
made
the debate.
as much
Then
as
the debate would actually be: is it man versus woman?
Okay.
Because they make the same level of money.
Gotcha.
Because now, to me, right now, it's like, well, if the women made as much money as men make, you're right. I agree. It should be about human and not about finances. But at the end of the day, it's politics, and politics
And
is
that's
ran.
what happened.
And politics is ran by finance. So now we have a woman in a situation based off finance, and now we're saying, well, if it was a man.
That nigga still be stuck over there in the fucking jail. I don't give a damn.
You think
what
so?
you-
You think Michael Jordan?
Bro, I don't know.
I'm gonna
Yeah, Michael.
say if it was Michael
call
Jordan,
bullshit on that,
if
bro.
it was Michael Jordan, it'd be different. But any other NBA player
Okay,
in the
Charles
league right
Barkley.
now, nigga, Charles Barkley going.
Man, we want Charles Barkley locked up over there.
Why would you want him locked up
Come
over
on.
here?
I will get him locked up.
You want him locked up over
Hey,
here?
come get Charles, please. Get Charles the fuck out.
I'm gonna just say this.
Who can we think of? What's a player? What's a player that's on the low level?
Hold on. Excluding goddamn Curry or LeBron or MJ.
Right.
You throw any other NBA motherfucker in jail?
You think they're gonna sit there?
They sitting in that
Okay,
motherfucker,
I
bro.
got a good one. Lamar Odom.
Oh, he said his ass.
One, because his past, they were like, nigga, you know you got drug past.
You always on drugs, Lamar. That's
Are
terrible.
you hot right now?
This nigga in the big brother house, man, I miss Chloe, man. Oh,
Oh
my
Lord,
God, I miss Chloe.
Lord, have
Nah,
mercy.
brother, Lamar Odom going down, homie.
He going down. So
He's
basically,
guilty
you don't
until
think
proven guilty.
You don't think it's a man-woman thing. It's really just
No, bro.
it's a person
Bro,
thing.
It's a person thing.
Okay, gotcha.
It's simply like this. The thing that adds to it is this old nigga that keep going to sleep in the office, pissing out Russia on top of all the other bullshit.
Right.
So like that's not helping.
Okay, I got you.
So you know you got her pleading the goddamn Joe Biden, and Joe Biden is gonna do the least as possible.
And there's a
I
comment about
I
copyright.
called her wife.
Copyright said overseas laws are definitely different. They are not as lenient as we are. And that's another thing that I was saying. While we're saying, well, it was only just this, it don't mean nothing overseas because they chopping people's hands
I
off
was
still
just
over
finna say
there.
that.
Right.
They still chopping people's hands off over there for theft.
Stealing. Yeah.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't compare. It was just a little bit because we're so easygoing based off of race.
Right.
We know that part.
Yeah.
But I think they don't care anyways. They want to show that we still run this shit.
Yeah.
And if you kind of like lean a little bit thinking you going to sway some laws, we going to show you.
Right.
And I
got
think
you.
that's where they lie over there. They
Of
don't,
course.
it maybe race. I don't think gender plays a difference over there like it does over here.
Right.
I think race may play a part, but I don't think race plays as much over there as it does over here because I think Russia don't give a damn about nobody.
It's just plain
They
black
don't.
and white with them.
It's
Hey,
them.
drugs is drugs, and you
Drugs
had
are
them and we
drugs,
caught you.
and you just gave us a reason to yield a sword.
Yeah, I got you.
That's what I think it is with them. It's about power with them.
Yeah.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. So it's about the power. So
Apparently, she ain't famous enough to.
well, she's but the thing is, and that's what Putin's doing. He's pressing the button because she's just famous enough for people
Just
here
enough.
to make enough noise to be able to use it to get things done on this side.
Copyright said, "My daddy is from Iran. I know."
He know about them hands getting chopped off. Right on. When it, you know what? It's funny when they say you finna catch these hands. I wonder what they. Never mind. That's and and another travesty. You finna catch these hands.
Catch these hands.
And literally, you finna catch these hands. Literally, catch them. No, seriously, we gonna throw some hands at you. So yeah, hey, all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna send up my good vibes and everything for Brittany Griner to return home. Yes. Hopefully, America don't put their ass in hot to get her back. But I think we should definitely take all the steps necessary to get our citizens home. I do agree with that, even though this country don't give a about me.
I think what happened, remember there was some years ago, maybe 5 to 7 years ago, where a whole bunch of college students got locked up over there for a crime, and they kept them over there for, it might have been around a year.
About a year.
Around a year.
They felt like they learned their lesson and they let them.
Yeah, so this ain't the first go around. Correct. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't see this as a Russians are holding down black women because the world don't like black women thing. I think this is just Russia got an opportunity to say, ha, those pesky Americans.
Right, we're going to show them.
We're going to show them
and
again.
We got a bargaining chip.
And we got a bargaining chip again. With them, it's about power.
Yep.
Brittany just so happened to do something stupid, and I hope she takes this moment to actually reflect, and maybe just make wiser decisions. You're a WNBA star, the highest profile WNBA star.
Yes, Woman of the Year last year.
Currently, you know, we know we have some historical like Cheryl Swoops and all that back in the day. But as far as right now, Brittany Griner is the it girl.
Right.
So she is technically the Michael Jordan kind of the WNBA.
And she said that it's even hurting her teammates because if we think about, if you think about it,
maybe in popularity,
she's a draw. She's a draw. Michael was a draw.
I think you could say the name Brittany Griner, and most people know Brittany Griner more so than saying any other WNBA star name. And they
was that before this or after?
Before.
I was more Maya Moore than anything.
Maya Moore. Okay, but she's in that mix. She's an all-star.
I could walk in the house and say, "Baby, you heard what happened to Maya Moore?" And she's gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Right.
I can say, "You heard Brittany Griner?" She's like, "Oh yeah, the tall girl."
Yeah, like I said, she's known before.
She's known
this or
before
after?
this. She was known, sir. Before this,
know.
Yeah, she was known before this. She was pretty good and pretty well known before this. So,
plus she was in the news for some other dumb stuff, abuse or whatever. But when it was
that was in there too.
I thought she was on Love and Hip Hop or something.
No, she was not on Love and Hip Hop. So
she looked like
the moral of that story is: please go out and support your local WNBA teams.
Yes,
please do that.
The thing I get her on that, man. At least you told the truth.
Yeah,
we're gonna pray. We're gonna pray for you that you get some reasonable time.
Yeah, or and get out because she's been there since February now.
I think everything will play out in the favor. This is just for
show,
media control, money, power, and unfortunately, like I said 4 or 5 months ago, she is the pawn for the moment.
Collateral damage.
You know what I'm saying? So I think once all this is over, she's gonna have a little bit of time, and they will let her out. She'll be pardoned or something.
Okay. Well, yeah,
some dumb shit.
Well, or they'll prevent her from ever coming back. That's what I said. I bet you, if she get back over here, she ain't never going back over there.
She ain't got to worry. Hell, there's other countries.
She ain't never going back over there, bro. That's what I'm gonna say.
There's other countries that'll take you.
Oh, Phoenix. I don't follow you.
I don't know her prior to this. Thank you.
Well,
for validating what I was saying, boss
well,
lady. That's why I fuck with you, boss lady.
You know what though? She didn't know UGK, so
what? Oh no, that's a whole.
Remember, I put up the post.
That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show.
Remember, I put the verses up. She like UGK.
Not who? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Ladies and gentlemen, the next show will be Dialing Now. Why did I get married? No play.
Worst
husband ever. The Dialing Show.
We can do that after the break.
Hey, no problem, y'all. Hey, so we're gonna take a little short 5-minute break before we come back. But I got to let y'all know, boy, there's some more hot news that's out here. I had no idea that Macy Gray felt the way she felt about certain things. We're going to come back and talk about Macy Gray talking about the differences.
I thought Gray belonged in the color box.
Hey, look, and she may. However, she has some words to say on Piers Morgan, and when we come back, we're going to talk about it, y'all, because this thing blew the internet square apart.
This is a whole
So we'll be back in another 5 minutes. Just pay a couple bills. Myself, Mark L., my boy Dylan Yale, and the Pimp will be back in the building. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Hey, stay tuned to the Mail Review. We'll be back in just a second, y'all. Hold on.
Hey, boy.
6'2", looking
YALE Radiocast, the home of the hits. We already have plenty of music for the radio, but this right here is for the streets. Tune in to Hard Block Radio. That's right, music straight off the block. From the ride to the club, from trap to gangster rap. We got it right here on YALE Radiocast.
Hey, it's your girl K Chantel, your favorite one from Women in the Mic. I have a question. Do you own your own business and need advertising? Do you provide a service and want to increase your clientele? Well, bring your advertising needs to YaleRadiocast.com. We are on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, and iHeartRadio. We offer graphic design, web design, and video services. So, not only can you grow your business with YALE Radiocast, you can also listen to the hottest independent artists. Go to YaleRadiocast.com and get with the gold standard.
They doubted greatness when I told them I embodied it. Slick Rick the ruler, man, I'm on my lighty.
YALE Radiocast, the gold standard of online radio. We already bring you all hits all day, but this one right here is for my hip-hop heads. Tune in to Lyrical Exercise Radio. All bars, all day. You already know how we bringing it from the East Coast to the West Coast to down South and even international. Hip Hop Ain't Dead is right here on YALE Radiocast. This is Dylan Yale, the program director of YALE Entertainment and YALE Radiocast. If you feel like you're the person to talk about politics, sports, entertainment, and more, YALE Radiocast is giving opportunities to those who are interested in a career in podcasting. We are now being heard by over 20 streaming platforms, including iHeartRadio, Pandora Music, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and more. Let YALE Radiocast be the brand that delivers your voice to the world. Contact us at YaleRadiocast.com or email us at YALEENT1@gmail.com. The YALE brand is the gold standard, and this is YALE Radiocast. Get the business. YALE Radiocast, now on Pandora Radio.
Hey man, what's up, man? It's your boy Pimpin Slimm, man.
Jump Be the Truth, co-host of Pimp Talk, YBDT, you heard?
Tune in to Pimp Talk, man. We just gonna give y'all a little flavor of what we got going on around here.
We bringing knowledge, we bringing inspiration, we bringing all that feel-good stuff that you may be lacking in your everyday life.
There ain't ways to try to reach out to these young people to change the world a little bit. Join your boy Pimpin Slimm, man. From 7 to 9.
YALE Radiocast and RTV every Monday, you heard?
Yeah.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Mail Review. Your boy Mark L back in the building.
That was user error.
That was user error. Ain't no problem.
Yeah.
We good. We can roll through
We
it. Ain't no
back.
problem. We back. You back in the building with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen on the second half of the Mail Review. Again, myself, Mark L, my boy Dylan Yale, and the Pimp in the building.
is here.
The third leg. The
Pimp is here.
That's what I'm
The nigga
saying.
ain't got no life for these niggas' family here.
Hey, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. All right, we're going to keep on pressing. We're going to keep pressing forward. All right.
Let's go.
Next bit of business. We're going to talk about Macy Gray. I teased it a little bit when we went to break.
Oh, that boy said
Macy
amazing
Gray
break.
versus the LGBTQ.
What she had to say?
Oh, my goodness. Let me tell you what happened with Macy Gray. My man is pulling up the video for you. But singer Macy Gray is accused of transphobia
Man, stop it.
after saying gender identity is quote-unquote confusing. Surgery doesn't make you a woman.
Oh.
She said that on Piers Morgan's show.
Oh,
Piers
they
Morgan
throwing her in the
Uncensored.
category as Dave Chappelle now.
Hey, look, man. You look. Don't fall prey to the LGBT community and snapping out on them. So, just let me give you a little teaser right quick on it. The singer, 54 years old, appeared on Piers Morgan Uncensored on Monday, on July 4th. When host Piers Morgan asked her what she believes defines womanhood, Gray replied that it requires being a human. Excuse me. She's a quote.
Well, let me play the clip.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
got the whole.
I thought you were going to say tits
Go
and
ahead.
pussy, but yeah, let's go.
Well, I mean,
That's what happened when you got a pimp.
I told you. I tell you. She probably warned me.
Follow the clip, man. Follow the clip.
Me too. But not where you have people born to obvious physical.
Oh, it's that dude.
Bodies.
Me too.
Transitioning and then smashing the women.
I hear your voice.
I totally agree.
I
always say this, and everybody's gonna hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman.
Right.
Sorry.
You feel that?
I know that for a fact. Like, if you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want. But that doesn't make you a woman just because I call you a her, and just because you got a surgery.
Well,
You want my honest true opinion?
hold up. Well, yes, let's see what your honest opinion, Pimp.
You want to know my true honest opinion, bro? At first, I thought she was talking like BBLs or some shit,
Nah, she was talking about.
and then when she
Being an
started
actual
talking about
woman.
being an actual woman part, but
Yeah.
what was wrong with that?
Well, Marcus being our more progressive,
And progressive.
yes, progressive person of the family.
I'm the
I'll let
kneecap,
you-
brother.
yeah.
That's what I got to do. I'm the kneecap of the leg.
These
so
go
you know.
forward. Yes.
Basically, let's just say I'm gonna just go ahead and do a little bit more of it. She basically replied that it requires being a human being with boobs and a vagina. That's what she said,
So I
quote
was
unquote.
right.
Morgan 57 went on to note that while he supports fairness and equality for trans women, he doesn't think they should compete against CIS women in sports or cis
What are
women.
CIS women?
That is
People don't know.
cis women in sports, meaning this person was born a woman, they were assigned woman at birth, and they actually moved through the world as a woman. That is
So they
correct.
are a woman.
They are a woman.
So
right.
what is the CIS shit?
Well, that's just they call it cisgender. I had to look that.
They made a new rule for them too.
Yeah, there's a whole thing about that.
Impossible
right?
also,
Okay.
but yeah.
Gotcha. I'm gonna pull up the definition of CIS to make sure we get that clear. But CIS women in sports. Gray totally said, I totally agree. I will say this, and everybody's going to hate me. As a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. Sorry. If you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want, but that doesn't make you a woman. So she and Morgan debated the difference between biological sex and gender identity. Gray argued that growing up as a young woman, and this is her personal opinion, growing up as a young woman is, quote unquote, a completely unique experience that not everyone can have. Surgery or finding yourself doesn't change that. Being a little girl is a whole epic book, you know?
Right.
And you should be labeled transphobic just because you don't agree. That's a lot of judgment, and throwing stones at people for saying what it is. Now,
Oh shit!
that's what she said. Just Tweety says,
Shout out to
on the
Just
stream,
Tweety.
What's up,
well, I
Jimmy?
kind of agree because it's like being black and white. We all humans, but we are all so different, so you cannot modify nature. I hear you, Just
Damn,
Tweety.
boy, I love my knee.
Now, here's what makes it news. I mean, it's news because she said that.
Right.
Phoenix Williams says exactly, why do I, as a natural born woman, have to say that at fucking all? That's what she says. Why do I have to say I'm a natural born woman? Okay. Now,
These
lady.
titties is real.
there's
Boss
real titties.
lady.
I mean, but there's a lot of them out there that kind of add to their titties, but they had titties to start with, right? Is that what you're talking about?
I love
Okay,
a natural
gotcha.
woman.
Yes.
All right, so but
She didn't have to get surgery to get them. This to say.
I love
she was
natural
born
women.
with them. They was born that way. Okay,
love
I
you.
got you. And I'm gonna say, okay, right on, Mason Gray. That's what you said, and
Right.
that is your personal opinion.
Right.
But immediately after, the backlash started, right? Mm-hmm. So basically, the LGBTQ started to denounce Macy Gray, started to talk about her, of course. And when you piss off that community, you know what happens, right? They start canceling. And that cancel culture thing comes up and everything happens. So, in response, following the backlash on social media, Macy Gray addressed her comments. And what she said was, I have nothing but love for the LGBTQ and transgender community and have been a supporter since day one. Okay. Gray told US Weekly in a statement on Tuesday, the day after she made the comments. My statement on Piers Morgan was grossly misunderstood. I don't hate anyone. I respect everyone's right to feel comfortable in their bodies and live their own truth. Now, we've had this conversation, fellas, a few times.
Yes, quite a few. That's one of our first shows was addressing LGBT people in sports. That was like one of the first shows in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. One of the earlier shows, like in 2016, when the bathroom things for transgender. So it is a constant conversation, and I think where we are with I Got You Pimp, I think where we are with it is The offense that is being created is creating a bigger divide.
Correct.
Because what's happening now is you're telling us that we can no longer have an opinion about you.
That
is based off our history, upbringing, and everything. You want us to wipe out everything that we grew up believing just because. Pimp.
2 questions. So is she's not a part of the LGBT community?
Don't know.
So,
I don't know personally.
Okay, so we're gonna say she's not. Okay, so 2, freedom of speech. The fuck happened to that?
What's that?
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
And it's just like you said, if they keep acting like that, everybody gonna be like Riley, nigga, you gay, and just moving away, bro. Like
it's making people who really don't have a problem with the LGBT community to start to have a problem with the LGBT community, because now it appears that now it's getting too much.
They getting more rights than everybody.
Well, not the rights thing. It's listen to me. Even if you take out the facts of the rights, you're taking away our right to have an opinion more so than all other rights you're getting. Because I agree, anybody should be able to marry or be whoever they with, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. But telling me that I gotta call you Brenda,
the hair leg.
motherfucker, because you got more hair on you obviously Bruce. I am a boy, Damon. If I want to say, nah, motherfucker, I see your motherfucking 5 o'clock shadow. They're going to say, well, women can have those too. Yes, you're right. Women can have those too, but you're still a man because you got a dick.
Okay.
And I think somebody should be able to say, okay, I respect you and your choice of living, but this is still how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel like that inside. I feel like this, period.
Gotcha.
Mark, to that you say?
I mean, so I'm going to keep it to the topic. I think her comments were, though they are her personal opinion, or they were her personal opinion.
Yeah.
For at least
but why
that
is she
day.
getting striked at? That's what I'm saying.
For at least that day. I think that was her personal opinion. Sometimes
she even said that, hey, no problem. If you want to be called that, I'm gonna call you that.
Right.
That's as respectful as you gonna be. Because Dylan gonna call you a dude.
Right.
You can have Macy Gray talk to you, or you can have Dylan talk to you.
Either way, you just gonna be louder about it.
You mad at Macy Gray? Well, we're canceling you. Well, shit. What you gonna cancel my subscription to, motherfucker?
Gotcha. Just Tweety says they are a fighting community, and I love that about
That's
them.
great, and
They
we've
will get
applauded
noticed
that
every time.
We've applauded that. Listen, LGBT community. If you could go to our past shows, we've applauded your togetherness.
Right.
Because, and I've often said, as a community, as a black community, because the LGBT community does involve black people, but as a black community, what I appreciate is their togetherness. God dog it.
Yeah.
And their ability to actually, work as a community.
Let's go back to the old school when it didn't matter.
Right.
Yeah. Damn, I can't answer that thing. Huh?
Man, look here. Because
Bill
it's ringing
collector.
from this phone.
Oh, it's ringing from the wrong phone.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Understood. Well, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stick with it. I think her comments definitely struck a nerve. They struck a chord.
Call back too, by the way.
They definitely struck a chord because you can't just out and out say what you want. But see,
Why not?
This is a conversation and it goes beyond the LGBTQ community. It really goes more into cancel culture. Now, the reason I
thought
say
they
this,
was one and the same.
well, I mean, no, they're not one and the same.
Yeah,
the
they
thing
are.
is,
they are.
the thing is this. What they're saying. Okay, so let me go ahead and try to equate this.
We never hear cancel culture come up to the words of any conflict with the LGBT come up.
Well, this is true.
And
well, we hear for a lot of stuff.
And behind that, women in general. Cancel culture never come up out of men's mouth because we don't give a shit.
Now, I'm gonna say another thing too. What also doesn't come up is cancel culture when you hear the word nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you for calling in to the Mail Review. What do we got?
I'm back.
Because you ain't got no friends.
I'm back.
You ain't got no friends.
Is that Spicy on the line? Spice one.
I'm working. I'm working, so I can watch out and listen. I'm working.
Spicy with the moon juice.
Darling, let's go back.
Let's go
you
back.
Right, in when we first came on, I had brought this story up about the situation with the gender in the bathroom at Golden Corral. I'm gonna call it out. When the young men went into the girls' bathroom and them grown ass men was about to.
Was that 2014? Yes,
about 14.
Yeah, they was about to whip them men's ass for going in the bathroom because their daughters was up in there. These people, they wanted to sue Golden Corral for not having a together bathroom.
Shit, they did it
Number
these
one,
days.
no
They
grown
would've
ass man need to be going in no bathroom with no 7, 11, 14, 16-year-old little girl. I don't give a damn if you got a dress on or not. It's about respect. Come on, bro. Let's be real. Number 2, I ain't mad at her. She has the right to say any damn thing she wants because guess what? I don't knock you. I don't knock what you do. You can suck all the weenie you want as a man. You can lick all the cooties that you want as a woman. That's your preference. But at the same time, you can't force what the hell you want to do on what the hell I don't like doing.
Cooter. On Gullah Island.
So basically, what and that's kind of leading around to where I'm going with that, Spice. It's coming down to that cancel culture concept and the cancel culture idea that you can't make an opinion and you can't say what you want to say without experiencing some backlash.
I think that's creating more divide, to be honest with you. What I'm saying is why it's creating more divide. It's like, damn, it's another thing that they get in their way that we got to fight. And we are getting more upset because, as Pimp was saying, we are getting more rights taken away from us when we would love to be more supportive of the community,
and more inclusive.
More inclusive. Okay, cool. Yes, y'all should be able to do this. I agree with you. I got you with that. Yeah, y'all should be able to do this. I got you. And now it's becoming so unbalanced with the rights of them versus the opinions and views of us. It's like, hold up now. Now y'all getting too much. Now y'all getting extra.
Let me just talk about something that just recently happened.
Go ahead, D.
And I don't give a damn who get mad. We was working. They had me training somebody. He came in dressed as a man. You had the flag, all that. When this man got hired, this motherfucker came up in there with some goddamn nails, some lashes, and a wig on.
And the hoochie daddy shorts.
My man, at the time, the manager that I had, he was like, that's not appropriate. That's not what I hired you as, and this is not what you about to come up in here doing. He came, he only got a lawyer talking about suing, all that. Guess what? I got to give my props to this company. They was like, we don't give a damn about your lawyers. Let's take it to court. Because what you're not about to do is come and tell us how to run our business.
Take that shit to trial. Take that shit to trial. Take that shit to trial. All right, appreciate that, Spicy. We going to talk about that. Because you on the road and it sounds like you're driving, and we know you can't even drive, period. So we rather you focus on the road.
Hate on the driving.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you seen her car?
I have not.
Okay.
Oh no, I have.
Now the new car that she was in while we was marching and everything.
Yes.
And she was driving out doing shit. Yeah. That's a new car. That's because the other car got crashed
my
before
goodness.
the other car got crashed.
All right.
Before
Spicy's
she dumped
driving.
the other car on the road.
Oh my
See,
God.
the car guys don't have a great relationship with Spicy.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
so I hear what you're saying, Spicy. So basically, yeah, but you know that comes down to a company's right to determine what their dress code is and what's acceptable. They can be sued, true, but they can also fight it in court, which is correct. And again, this conversation again is not necessarily about what Macy said, but about the fact that she wasn't allowed to say it and not face backlash. That was the big
Brother
thing.
TR is on the line. Brother TR is on the stream.
Flame Monroe agreed with Macy, which he is transgender. It's not logic. It's bullying. Okay, so are you saying basically the LGBTQ community is starting to turn into bullies?
Bullying?
TR?
Fuck yeah. I think they are, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's what Dave
interesting.
Chappelle was saying, that it's like, damn. He said that. It's
You
like,
punching
y'all
down on my people.
Yeah,
Right.
you punching down on my people. It's like, damn, I can't even say nothing.
Wow.
It used to be y'all feel like y'all can't say nothing.
Right.
Now it's
we
like
can't say
we can't say nothing.
Right.
Y'all was saying we were the bullies.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What we got?
Just Tweety said the community is so sensitive, but it's also us. We should use better words because it's same as race.
Man,
white
fuck
people
that.
may not mean harm, but because they are not in our community, we take it differently.
Fuck them.
Look, no. It ain't got to be how we said it. Cause listen, we've eliminated saying faggot.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We did.
Now it's not even how we say it. Miss Macy Gray said it as respectfully as she
That's
can.
what I feel say. What was wrong with how she said it?
So no, now it's like they don't even want to be addressed until it's waving a rainbow flag of how great they are because they like to both lick pussies.
That's extreme. That's extreme.
See what I'm saying? No, that's what it is. Outside of talking about their sexual preference, what does the LGBT community have?
This is an abomination.
That's what LGBT community is about. Their choice of who they're fucking.
But with transgender's different though.
Transgender want to be a woman fucking a man or fucking a woman.
It ain't about the sex. It's about what they feel inside, sir. So I mean, no, this is a real conversation now. This is about how they feel inside. How many genders did you say? We talked a little bit about this earlier. You said how many
sexualities? They say it's 11 sexualities.
They say it's 11 sexualities. 11. Give me a rundown of all these sexualities. Please help me out.
I don't have a full list.
Let me tell you,
I don't have a full list.
When you look it up, you ain't gonna understand half of that.
Okay,
shit,
so all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we're talking about a sexual preference here.
Yes.
We're talking about your choice to do whatever you want to with your body. We've already talked about one choice of what to do with your body last week, right?
Yeah, true.
Okay, great. You could choose that. Going off what Jess Tweedy was saying earlier about how we say it, what more do you want us to say when at the end of the day, we don't have a problem with your existence. We can actually just not agree with you.
Right.
It ain't saying that we hate you. We're not saying no more like they should burn in hell. You got some people still saying that.
Right.
Right? Okay.
They're still killing transgenders.
We're not talking about those people.
Right.
Put all of those people to the side. Mm-hmm. We're talking about people who say, you know what? I just have a difference of opinion on this.
Mm-hmm. So they should be basically allowed to have their opinion.
Right.
So in the same tone then, just playing devil's advocate.
What Tweety said just now?
Well, she owned it.
Shout out to Jess Tweety. She tweeting. Shout out to Twitter fingers.
The community is strong. If us blacks would stop letting money distract us, we would get more rights. But we can't stand together, and that's why we don't get as much.
Yeah,
we can't.
That's true.
So it's the same. And
contracting somebody's face.
Fuck they feelings.
Lord, fuck they feelings. We all know how you feel.
And that's the crazy
about
thing.
That, yeah.
No, listen. That's the crazy thing because I know Shannon rolls with the LGBT community. Right. I know that because I've met her friends.
Just say the alphabet
you know what I'm saying?
Group.
We'll let Williams just say the alphabet group.
I call it.
I already do, but that sound like police.
Look here, I call it Crayola Incorporated.
Not Crayola Incorporated, yes. Lord. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to make a false equivalency here, but I'd have to say it's on the same spectrum with black people. We don't want white folks to say nigga.
I don't care if they say nigga.
But they say it anyway.
I expect the people who created the word to use the word.
And the roll,
I'm a little different
and
here.
we roll with it, right? But I don't remember at any time that we were able to cancel anybody because they used that word or because they were treating us disrespectfully. Don't want to try to equate the two things.
TR, that was
just
y'all
saying.
need to play the Flame and Roll. Actually, a lot of that was deleted because I had the Instagram link and it was deleted. But basically, yeah.
What did Flame and Roll say? Flame and Roll broke it down and explained it best.
But see, when you got somebody trying to justify, they're gonna delete that shit and get it all about it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not staying with us. You're part of our community.
That clip was deleted.
So it was taken down.
But see, that's the thing. Like, it's so fucked up that they even go against their own when they stand with the straight people. Like, really?
So let's talk about that. Even the people who are wholeheartedly a part of the LGBT community, who are well understanding that, okay, yeah, we this is our side, and they can be our allies,
right,
and not necessarily be waving the flag of everything we get.
Right.
So what I'm saying, look how many people, when people came out, when Dave Chappelle was talking about the transgender who was in support, and they turned on him, them, and at the end of the day, they committed suicide, right?
Correct. For unhappiness.
But what I'm saying is, whoa. Maybe a part of her being shunned by her own community was a part of the unhappiness.
Correct. That could also be.
Probably bully ass probably was one of the reasons that this person committed suicide because damn, I already trying to find allies with straight America.
Right.
And now my community is turning on me. Now I individually have nobody.
Right.
It could have been.
It could have definitely led
Willette
to
Williams,
it.
what she said.
The alphabet group has rights, but they are not always right.
God damn.
So basically,
that was a bar.
So this is
That was a bar.
so basically here's the conversation. So it's not so much about what people are saying; it's about the ability to be able to say what you want, right?
Right.
It's a bigger conversation.
Right.
That's just a subsection of the different conversations that we've been having and talking about cancel culture.
Right. Yeah.
It comes down to I can't say how I feel because it offends you. I mean, I've been offended from the womb, and I'm probably gonna be offended to the tomb at some point, right?
Damn, those bars.
But I'm just saying, offense is something that is a personal thing.
There you go, Trey
Offense is a
Michaels,
personal thing.
persecuted and alienated.
Yes, they have been persecuted and alienated. I absolutely agree with you, Trey. You are correct. At this point, though, it's not so much of what she said as an attack, but people take that as violence against that community because they have been so persecuted and attacked. But so black people.
Yeah. She didn't wake up on violence, man. It ain't like people just gonna take that shit the wrong way anyway, man.
Right. You're gonna have your naysayers. Everybody is gonna feel some kind of way. So all I'm gonna say is I hope that Macy recovers. I hope that her backlash is not as bad. I hope she's able to continue doing what she does. It was her opinion, and everybody has an opinion. Like we all got assholes, and they all stink.
What if somebody doesn't have an asshole?
I mean,
apparently they shitting out their mouth.
And that people will say that's what Macy did. She took a shit right out of her mouth.
I can share a couple of podcasts.
Oh my God!
I think I know a couple people that ain't got no asshole that shit out their mouth.
Lord have mercy. All right, and
a lot of them are there.
This
they keep
happens.
adding letters.
They keep on adding letters. Lord have mercy.
I heard they added an IA on the motherfucker. I said, God damn.
So
y'all taking the whole alphabet.
Oh my God! Moving forward, fellas. Moving forward.
LGBT Intelligence Agency.
No problem. No problem. Moving forward. All right. So
here come the men in rainbow colors.
Oh my goodness! Here you go.
They gonna take the song.
Stop it. So here Joseph had a technical drink. So just saying, moving forward, y'all.
Moving on.
So we basically speaking of choices, what we also found out is on July 4th, something else happened that was real interesting.
Boom, boom, boom.
We have a U.S. state senator by the name of T.R. Mack, who is now under fire.
For what?
For twerking.
Remember we did the show last year around this time, the Twerking on Wall Street. Remember?
Twerking on
Washington.
Twerking on Washington. I remember that. And that was a joke video. Remember?
Yeah, by the Black Lives Matter Corporation.
Correct. That was a joke video from what we thought back then, or what we believed to be a joke.
It was real.
It was real. It happened, but it was supposed to be funny. And I think Senator T.R. Mack was doing the same thing. So just to kind of give y'all an understanding of what happened.
I gotta see this video.
It's coming up. It's coming up. He's pulling up on the screen.
No, because I gotta see. I bet this shit is horrible.
All right. So Rhode Island Senator T.R. Mack, a clip of Rhode Island State Senator T.R. Mack twerking has gone viral and has provoked strong reactions on both sides of the political spectrum. Mack, a Democrat representing the District 6 in Rhode Island, uploaded the video of her twerking upside down while on the beach onto TikTok on July 4th. And then at the end, she says, "Vote Senator Mack." She says at the end of the 8-second clip. My man is pulling up the clip right now of her on the beach twerking, having a good time, just living her life.
I'm just gonna let that play for a second.
Really? You gonna let that play for a second? Really? I'll talk. The TikTok clip, which has been viewed more than 60,000, now 60,001, 60,002, 60,003, keep going, Dylan, times, later made its way to Twitter and had been viewed nearly 2 million times. So 2,000,001, 2,000,002, 2,000,003. 2 million times by Wednesday morning after it was shared by the controversial profile, quote unquote, Libs of TikTok, which is, of course, a Republican TikTok, but we'll go into that in a minute. A number of conservatives, imagine that, have since used the video to criticize Mack or black people while suggesting such behavior is not appropriate for an elected official. Now, Just Tweety says that's just cultural dancing, and I agree with you, Just Tweety. Listen. The stuff that we call twerking on this side of the country in Africa is loud, bro. It's a part of our Africanness.
Look here.
And I'm gonna stand on that, brother. That's really what we do. Now, The fact that we putting it on TikTok, I don't think we should put it on. Everything don't need a video. That's my problem. Everything don't need a video. If she twerked out there on the beach and her friends saw it and they laughed, get it, girl, yes, and did that, I got no problem with it. Why you had to put it on video? I don't know. However, I do honor and I do support the right to be able to twerk and shake your ass and do whatever you want to do as a free person. Y'all know I'm the freest thinking person.
Yes.
I'm a free thinker.
You're a progressive thinker.
But I don't have to videotape every time I do something free thinkingly. I don't need a videotape. But I'm not faulting her for having this video. But what I'm saying is this a thing? Is twerking for votes?
I'm gonna let Pimp have it first.
Twerking for votes, is that a thing? Is that something? Because I'm gonna say this. The world would blow. Let me tell you how Georgia would blow apart if Stacey Abrams started twerking.
Right.
On camera. Now, she probably twerks, which I'm cool with. Stacey, you fine, Stacey Abrams. Just know, I'm going to get you in the show. We're going to talk about it. Stacey Abrams can do what she want to do, but will she record it?
Oh, never mind. Yes, she is.
Will she record it? I don't think she should record it. That's my thing. I don't think you should put it out there for people to judge us, but at the same time, that's playing what we call a game.
So Trey Michaels said that yes, Boo is an progressive thinker.
Shenanigans.
Since
I'm
we're
on my
so
shenanigans.
With everything being flipped, maybe it's regressive.
No, it's not regressive. It's not, sir. It's not. But seriously now. So she, as far as her putting it on video, I think. Look, again, we're going back to freedom of speech, which is the same thing with Macy Gray. She's free to put it out there. She's free to put it out there, but she's also free to receive what she gets back from it, the backlash or votes, as the case may be, because she did say vote.
Right.
Vote Senator Mack.
Right.
Okay, but just as she was free to put it out there, she is free to get
Shout
back
out
whatever
to
she
Jess
gets.
Tweety. I'd rather she put it out before somebody try and sneak and record it like
she a city girl, world star. See this boy, I'm tell you what. Now, back in the day when we had
our
no
officials
phones,
are from the hood. Yes, hey, and I will hold up. Let's go on to that comment right there.
That's
Shout out to our people.
Yeah.
And what I mean by our people is our people who come from where we come from.
Right.
That applause to that because our people don't get that chance. You have to be a certain level of our people to even get there. So I agree with what Tweety was saying right there.
Yeah.
But
here we go.
Slim, I'm gonna let you go first.
Slim, what's your thought on it? I don't need to know what your opinion is on the twerk because the twerk was fine. The twerk was fine. But what's your opinion on it? Dealing with the political spectrum that we're on. We're not gonna play respectability politics. That's the words I was looking for. Respectability politics meaning, we shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that because it's gonna make us look bad. I give a fuck who see what we do really.
Right.
Now I do.
You do?
Yes.
But
we're gonna lead in with
go ahead, Slim.
Mr. Slim.
What you got, bro?
I ain't know this what the hell I was laughing at all morning. I ain't know that. I seen the shit upside down, but I ain't know she ended the motherfucker with vote for
vote Senator Mack.
It's like this, man. I get why she did it to appeal to more people.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
is it appealing to more people?
Nigga, the younger crowd, nigga. Just be honest.
Touche.
Just be honest. If this what you like, come on, bro. You see, it's some ass out here that
I rarely touche.
That is an good answer.
That's because if we all preservative like we used to be 20, 30 years ago, this is abomination.
Right.
Look here.
But like now,
I rarely touche.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just got to see it for what it is, man. I ain't know that's what I was laughing at. I ain't know she was a senator. I seen that on the internet.
Okay.
I ain't never make it to the end because I was like, whoever the hell this is doing too much.
Okay, gotcha. Why? Because he was upside down, or because
he is a pimp now.
Every time you go on the internet and you see a reel, it's all twerking. So like, you know what I'm saying? And like when I seen that, I thought it was just another twerk video. I ain't know she said vote for.
You didn't know she was a senator?
No.
You didn't know she said vote for.
No.
So Trey, she looked pretty good to me.
She did.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody's questioning she looked good.
People gonna go for it, so it's a win for her. But she also got to remember that backlash that's finna come with that shit.
Okay. Flame said gender is a fact, identity how you feel, and sex is what you desire. Bars. Going back to the recent comment, to get the men to vote. That's what
is it to get the men to vote?
Hold up, we're just going down the line. What just tweeted said to get the men to vote. I mean, that's not going to help me vote for you.
Okay.
I'm just out here to admire her athleticism.
Trey Michael, I'm just out here to admire her athleticism.
So listen, this is the direction that I'm going to go at it at.
I mean, where you at, brother? Where you at? What's your opinion?
This is my opinion.
Man on fire.
I'm not on fire about it.
Uh-oh.
But this is my thing. I like to address the double standards,
right?
And, the confusion of women.
Okay.
Yes. So on one spectrum, this group of confused individuals who call themselves women quickly go directly to the whole theory of do not sexualize us. Do not look at us as sex objects. We are more than just our ass and titties. We are women. We're black. We're beautiful. We're powerful. We're just as whatever as men are. We're better than them. We're more intelligent than men. And I want you to love me for my intelligence. Then they go do this and say, well, I should be sexually liberated and show you my ass. I agree. But which one do you want from me as, like they said, a man? Do you want me to see you as a piece of ass, or do you want to twerk your fat ass in my face and say, she look like she's smart as shit?
You should ask Amber Rose.
She look like she's stupid as shit.
She made a song with Manny Fresh.
Which is stupid as shit.
Stop it.
I heard the song.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Yeah, it's stupid as shit. So what I'm saying is, yes, she has the right. What I'm saying is, and we said this when we addressed this last year with the twerking on the motherfucking Washington Memorial, right? Yes, you have the right to do whatever you want to. But the aesthetics of how it looks when your whole thing is, just like the LGBT community, is how you get treated. You have to conduct yourself a certain way if you want to get treated a certain way. I'm not going to do all this well, somebody should be able to do whatever I do, but at the end of the day, you're going to be treated accordingly to how you carry yourself. That's the end of it.
Okay.
We do that with men all the time. You walk like a fuck boy, we're going to treat you like a fuck boy.
True.
Well, he should be able to be a fuck boy. We don't say that.
Yeah, I've never heard us say that. I never heard a man.
He should be able to be a snitch. We don't say that. So when we go, just like the LGBT is putting rules in place that we can't say nothing about them, that's what women are doing right behind them. And the only people that's going to not be able to say shit about none of them are a man. While you twerking your ass in my face saying that I should see your degree. No, motherfucker, show me your degree.
What if she's twerking while she's holding a degree?
That's very talented.
That's multitasking.
That's multitasking like a motherfucker.
It just feel like you take it as an attack.
Back in the day, we called it pussy popping on a handstand.
I remember that.
My thing is, if she come out swinging, twerking, you probably gonna have to do that shit while you're in there. But I guarantee she got to vote for men.
She got to vote.
I guarantee she got to vote for the men.
I know. I hear that.
I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I mean, okay. So at the end of the day, man, this is all about choice. It's all about freedom of choice.
She knew who I was gonna see that, bro. It was as fucked up as it is. It was a hell of a move.
Just tweeted, why not vote for the twerker?
Hey,
I'm not saying I wouldn't vote for her.
What I'm saying is,
let's go. Let's clarify. Right. I'm not saying I wouldn't vote for her. I'm just saying, like, what? Look here, man.
So, all right, wait, time.
Let me. Okay, so when I go into work, y'all see this shit right here? I'm a goddamn boss.
Right.
I have numbers of employees under me.
Right.
I can't walk into my place of business
with your hoochie daddy shorts on.
With my hoochie daddy shorts on.
Boy, you better not have.
And the flip flops that Mark L got on right now. Look up under the table, Slim. Slim, look up under the table.
He got them thong toes on.
Yes.
Look up under the table, Slim.
Hey, I don't know what y'all talking about. The sister next door told me.
I'm saying,
I said that's the first time I ever got that compliment.
Hold on, hold the fuck up.
Now, look, I know it ain't for y'all.
This boy's feet is related.
It ain't for y'all. It ain't for y'all. It ain't for y'all.
His shit is half the size of Shaq.
So what I'm saying is, if I go into any establishment dressed relaxed,
right,
or however I present myself, whether I am not that person or not, the overall spectrum is how I'm going to be viewed by the public.
Right.
And what I'm saying is women have this big old plight about being disrespected. That's their number one complaint. We're the number one disrespected people in the world. That's their saying. It's like they want that phrase to have a one-up on everybody. It's like they want to wave that "we are disrespected" phrase just to have a one-up to always be able to say this.
Do you deny that they're disrespected?
I don't think they're the number one.
No, not the number one. I'm just saying, do you deny that they're disrespected?
Everybody's disrespected.
We all feel like our plights.
Everybody has some form of everybody has some form of disrespect in whatever realm that they're disrespected in.
Very true.
So what I'm saying is, black women are disrespected for being black women.
Correct.
We have a history of disrespect to our race.
Correct.
But I don't think they're more disrespected than the black man.
Interesting.
I said what I said.
I got you.
If I get pulled over and Trey get pulled over on the same side of the street, so all she got to do is say, "Mr. Officer, you know what it was. I had to get to my baby." I get pulled over. I can't go, "Mr. Officer, you know what?"
You might be
I
able
probably
to.
can.
You forget where you are.
I probably can.
You forget where you
in
are.
Atlanta, I probably can.
Right.
That
But
probably
overall,
we just read an
I feel
article
you.
about a young man running and getting shot 60 times like a fucking piece of cattle.
That's correct. That's correct.
They put rules in place for women to at least get assistance, providence. I go get that same form of assistance and say, "You can't get that."
Right. You a man.
You a man. You a man.
I got you.
We can't even talk about rape, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that in a minute too.
So I will always say, yes, it's a different level of disrespect.
Yes.
But there are things that are put in place for women to elevate past the disrespect that they don't take advantage of.
Gotcha.
Now, twerking, you got the right to twerk, but in the aesthetics of it, how is everybody going to view you when you're trying to be seen across the globe as something different per your own plight that you say you have?
Right. I hear you, man.
I know the stream is going live, and I know Trey Michael saying a whole bunch of goofy shit.
Oh no, Trey Michael is saying a bunch of smart shit, bro. You already know how she get down.
Aesthetics.
You know, aesthetics. It's how it appears, right? Okay, but I mean, okay, so
no, I love Trey.
Well, see, here's the thing. This is what I know about people overall. This is what I know about people. We always view others through a filter of what we have been taught and what we have learned. Okay, so from birth, based on, I'm going to use that word, I know he hates it, patriarchy, misogyny. Through those lenses, the society.
I don't hate the word.
Okay, well, you hate how they use them as a weapon. I did.
Yes, it's starting to get weaponized.
It's been man, it's past weaponized. Yes. I understand that, but I do agree to an extent about patriarchy and misogyny. Here's the thing. The thing about it is we're all going to always view people through those lenses of what we see. The things that Slim sees may be different from the things that you see.
Right.
May be different from the things that I see and how I view stuff. I agree with you. If you want to be taken seriously as a senator, maybe this was not the move. However, I support your right to do whatever you want. But I am more on the side of just like everything that we talk about ties together, right? This stuff ties together, right? We like our shows tend to tie together.
They do.
This all comes down to what side do you want to be on, right? So, do you want to be taken seriously? Then that set of rules, or spoken or de facto unspoken rules, you have to play in their ballpark based on those quote unquote rules. I'm over the respectability.
That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it.
You know me, I wear kilts.
That's kind of where I'm at with it.
I wish.
What you mean fuck that?
I'm just saying what she got to deal with. Now she going to have that title as the twerking center.
Okay.
Right.
And that shit got to go.
You can't just when you're dealing with other people in the same fucking bracket that you got to stand next to.
Hey, look, if you really want a center that's going to be out here twerking on.
Yeah, they're going to use that against you, and we already have a fight. Because of that same level of disrespect.
Right.
So I'm saying, damn, how dare I ask a woman to present herself more womanly than more hoish? God damn, darling, you wrong. Huh? I need a spaceship. Give me. I'm done with planet Earth.
Let's be real.
I'm done with planet Earth.
When all this voting going on, they be having some harsh ass shit to say in the commercial about the other candidates.
Right. You got a whole dude. What you say? What you tell me before the show started?
It's another dude in Arizona that's running for office. He's on it with an AR-15 going up against the KKK.
Hold up. Just tweet is. I don't know. Now that would have been a little bit more lame, but it would have been more clean.
It would have been.
You're working a public campaign. Number one, to influence voters. Those voters got kids.
Yeah.
Markel, Phoenix got a cover.
Hey, Markel, she definitely lied about the feet, sir.
Man, look here.
She did not. Phoenix.
Boss lady, them feet is related to Shaq's feet.
Listen.
You seen Shaq feet on the internet? This nigga
Don't
shit
even
is
worry
half
about
the
it.
size, still beat up the same.
Don't even worry about it.
Trey says, here we go with the oppression Olympics once again. Trey, but the thing is, this is y'all wave flag that y'all waving. If I was to be... See, let me give you...
The Olympics fucked them up. Them motherfuckers got to make their decisions. They sex changed by teenagers.
See, I could be this guy. Fuck your oppression Olympics, fuck your problems, and not give a damn.
Right.
But you're asking me to give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
So I could say, you know what? Fuck your oppression. I don't care about you, black woman. You right. Deal with it yourself. Don't ask for a man partner in your plight. The oppression Olympics are your flags. You don't see Darling saying black women are disrespected. You see black women saying black women are disrespected. Mm-hmm. And they ask for male allies. Mm-hmm. Black people are marching for Black Lives Matter, not white people. They just so happen to have white allies. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying this because this is my fight, ma'am. I'm saying this because this is your plight. I could give a damn if you can't feed your kids. How harsh does that sound, black woman? That's your job to have a fucking job, adult. I could be that guy. Or I could be more condolent, say, yeah, it's messed up that black women don't get the support they need to be able to feed their kids. You know what I'm saying? Let me create a meal called the Mick.
You posted that today.
The Twerking Senator.
The mixed sibling.
The mixed sibling meal. For
The
you
four
and your
for
kids.
four.
I could be that guy. You're asking me to be an ally, but if I bring up the problems that you say you have, now I'm against you.
So you saying basically your thought is that they're cutting off their nose to spite their face.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I got you.
You're saying that this is your fight, not me, because I hear your posts every day. Black woman, Mark L. We in 30 different groups. And black women every day talk about how they're disrespected. You just brought it up early. Yeah. The disrespect women get. This is their flag that they're waving. Mm-hmm. This is not Darling's flag that I'm waving for black women. Best believe I'm on your side. I was raised by black fucking women.
Yeah, man.
They on the stream right now.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm. You ain't got no stronger than ally. But I apologize. I'm going to hold you to a goddamn standard just like you going to hold me to a standard as a man.
That's that on that.
All right, then, Senator Twerking.
He said what he said.
That nigga said what he
but
said.
I bet you he better not have no damn hoochie daddy shorts. I will tell you that.
I like Sandra Reed's comment. We don't get pulled over, but we don't get paid the same, but you don't do the same level of work. When you could come into my office and lift up 80 pounds, then you'll get the same pay as this man. You know, my nails.
That one right there actually do though. I know that one.
My nails.
But
that's her, so she should get it.
Right.
So eliminate gender, it should be worth the job. Right. Unfortunately, women have times in a month where they're in a extreme level of pain, where they have to take some time off. We know this because I have a number of female employees.
No.
Now, it's an problem. Now, with that said, business runs as business runs. This is things, honestly, that some businesses consider when they're hiring a woman. Unfortunately, I got to consider the time off that you're going to take for 4, 5, 6 days out the week. Unfortunately, and you might be a better worker than that man. Because honestly, my staff of women hold it the down.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
They hold it goddamn down. And I try to give them everything they want. They screw up. I say, well, she messed up. I ain't going to say nothing to her. Because, hey, my phone going to ring in about 20 minutes. You heard the call. How it go? How it go when that phone? Mr. Williams.
Well, Mr. Williams, I just called to tell you.
Yeah, they hold it down.
The gate.
They do.
Yeah.
Better than my men. So, yeah, you deserve to get more. But what I'm saying is businesses look at a different spectrum.
Gotcha.
So, I'm not. Shout out to you, though, Miss Reeves.
Hey, right on. Thank you for definitely commenting.
So
basically, on the Twerking Senator, man, I'm going to say you definitely, she's well within her rights to do it. Whether or not it's going to be accepted by her people, then yeah. Trey Michael says, what did she say now? I saw that
She
pop
care
up.
about everyone's oppression.
Correct.
I'm not competing about who got it worse. We all got it.
Everybody's got some
I said
oppression.
that earlier. I said
This is true.
everybody got a thing that they're disrespected on.
You got a shitty plight.
Everybody got, some people's shit is heavier.
That's correct. Some burdens are heavy.
Some burdens are heavier.
That's right. So that's that on the senator.
You think billionaire white man cares about white trash white man?
No, not at all.
Everybody got something. So next on, what we gonna go?
All I'm gonna say is vote Senator Mack. I'm gonna leave it at that.
We gonna go.
I'll vote Senator Mack. The twerk game
I need a
was
spaceship because
ridiculous.
I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done with playing.
I hear you. All right. And speaking of, about that whole thing with choices and things to make. Let's talk a little bit about Kyler Murray. Now, those of you who don't know Kyler Murray is the Arizona Cardinals star quarterback. And he's in a little bit of hot water with the young lady who was cutting his hair. Kyler Murray's former hairdresser reveals that she quit her job after he asked her to wear pants. Now, I had to read deeply into the story to try to understand where are you going without pants and what did she not have on any pants? I was trying to understand. So
I think about the days we in.
Hey, so this is true. So let me just go ahead and run it down a little bit. The Arizona Cardinals quarterback apparently asked his hairdresser, the person who cuts his hair, to wear pants the next time she cuts his hair. This prompted the 29-year-old hairdresser to quit on the spot as she felt triggered and disrespected by the request. The request sounded strange given the fact that Kyler Murray told her not to tell anyone else on the team. Swanee, which is the hairdresser's name, was quoted as saying, quote, unquote, one day he calls me and he's like, hey, Swanee, when you come on Thursday, can you wear pants? I don't want to wear pants. I want to wear what I wear. Why the fuck do I have to wear pants? And if you can't control your eyes, that's one thing. And your girlfriends, tell you what, go ahead and play the interview that's coming on. This is Swanee talking about having to wear pants.
Kyler, I did his hair, and I thought he was so cool. I did his hair. I was honored to do his hair. It's fucking Kyler Murray. Like, hello. I noticed immediately that he's very entitled. I'm a strong black woman, so this is going to be a very interesting relationship. When I'm doing your hair, we're dating. A lot of us are married, and some of us break up. Me and Kyler broke up.
When you say you broke up, what do you mean by that?
We broke up because I felt disrespected. He DM'd me immediately, and I responded back, and I'm like, hey, yeah, I can do your hair, whatever. So I did his hair. But then, we would have little moments where we're clashed. One of the moments was he made a comment about the shade room and how black girls run it and how they can be messy. And I'm like, hello, I'm a black woman. Like, calm yourself. So then one day he calls me, and he's like, hey, Swanee, when you come on Thursday, can you wear pants? I don't want to wear pants. I want to wear what I wear. Why the fuck do I have to wear pants? If you can control your eyes, that's one thing. And if your girlfriend's insecure, that's her problem. I'm 29 years old. You're, 22? I'm a mom of 4. I work out every day. I service you whenever you want. One braid is out of place, and I come and fix it for you. And you want me to wear pants?
Yes.
You could fuck off.
Yes.
I didn't say fuck off, but I said you got me fucked up.
Yeah.
Your appointment's canceled on Thursday. Excuse me? I'm like, your appointment's canceled.
You're damn right.
Well, can you not tell the team about this? Oh, I'm telling the whole fucking team about this.
Well, I would have been comfortable enough to say yeah and tell the team. All right, so Pimpin, I'm gonna go to you first.
Yeah,
brother.
let's talk to Pimp first because Pimp gonna have the opinion. Get it, Pimp. What you got, bro?
That was the dumbest shit I ever heard right there. This man is paying you for your services. And he just asked you to do some simple shit, probably out of respect for his girlfriend.
Because she might have been insecure.
That's what I'm saying. But like, I don't pay you enough to at least give me that courtesy, though. And you see how she talked about goddamn.
I'm a strong black woman, obviously.
Of course, it's Tyler Perry. Of course, I'm gonna do that. But like, when he talked about the shade room, and my red flag when he said something about the shade room, she's like, "Well, I'm a black woman." I was like, "See, this is the shit that kills everything right here. Why everybody gotta play the goddamn victim?" You get what I'm saying? But like, I'm pretty sure he didn't do it. And nigga, hey, bitch, I need you to put some clothes on. You heard how she said it. Hey, next time you come through, can you put some clothes on? Now if he had went more into detail, would she still felt the same way? Could you put more? Cause my girl don't like,
You got all them thighs, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
And if she said that they had a previous relationship,
I didn't know they had a previous relationship.
That's something that the girlfriend probably would consider. Now, this is the thing. She's saying, if that's your girlfriend problem, no, you're an employee of mine.
I'm paying you
for a service. So yeah, when I pay employees, I may have a dress code employee. So yeah, so you can't say that's your problem. I wish somebody would walk up in that building tomorrow talking about that styling problem. I'm gonna wear my such and such a day.
You fired.
I just kicked 3 people out the building today for not following one rule. Sign in. Cause it's the rule. Go ahead, Mark. I just get so mad at these. It's like everybody want to be so combative against whatever the rule is. It's like people want to be so anti rule, and that's the thing to be today. Like to compete, rage against the machine. So
right. Everybody fighting for freedom.
Everybody fighting for freedom. Now that's cool. I love the fight for freedom to be whoever you want to be. Yeah. But if you're going to work for somebody and not have your own, you're going to fall up under the pretense of whatever that establishment or that person is going to require of you per I'm paying you. If I'm paying you to wear this, if I'm paying you to do this and this is my requirement, that's the requirement.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
What if it was the other way around? She wore clothes and you were like, hey, could you wear less clothes?
Ooh, Mark.
Hold up. Why you got to put that on me?
I love that question.
Okay. So
I feel like with this, it would have been a problem either or.
Okay, well, my thing is this. All right. So, first of all, I agree. I agree with y'all. If I'm paying you for a service, I have certain expectations. If I go into a barbershop, I pay you to give me a uptown fade.
Right.
And you give me a bald head, I got a problem. I didn't ask you to do that. I pay you to do this. I'm firing you as a barber. You done. Conversely, if I ask you to wear a certain uniform, look, what would it look like? Let's talk about it. What if Michael Jordan decided to go play basketball in jeans and boots? That would be a problem for his team. He would be suspended. He would lose money, probably get released from the team. Great player, doesn't matter how good a player he is, you're not falling in line with the uniform and you sign a contract. Now, of course, I don't know that they didn't have a written contract because this is a hairdresser,
I didn't know they used to go together.
I'm pretty sure they didn't. I didn't know they used to date, but regardless of that fact. So, what it sounds like is one or two, it sounds like a couple of things. One, it sounds like, I ain't gonna lie, it sounds like she got some sour grapes too.
Now we talking.
Sound like she got some sour grapes. Because you brought up I'm a black woman and I work out 4 times a week and I wear what I want to wear, which is fine, and you can do that. But you're gonna have to find you a clientele that's cool with you wearing whatever you want to wear.
Right.
That's just the facts. It's also a fact that if you want a hairdresser that's wearing clothes, you may have to shop around. Because if I find a hairdresser or a barber that push my line back, I'm going to find another barber. You better damn believe I'm going to find me another barber. I don't give a damn how good of a barber you are to Slim or how good of a barber you are to Dyline. What I'm saying is, you fucking up my hairline, bro. I'm gonna need you to not fuck up my hairline. I can't tell you I want you to fuck up my hairline and I'm paying you to fuck you, then I'm going to go ahead and find me another barber.
True.
So, this didn't have to blow up, but I think the reason it blew up is because he said, don't tell everybody on the team. Now, is there some?
I'm telling
you
why.
Some overlay for the underplay?
It's definitely the overlay for the underplay is the part that they had a previous relationship.
That's the part I didn't know.
And at the end of the day, it ain't about the attire. It's about knowing I'm a strong, independent woman, and for whatever reason, strong, independent woman like to get louder just to declare their position.
It's also a problem.
And I was fucking that nigga. Y'all didn't know.
Yeah, she put that out there. She did throw that out
See
there.
what I'm saying?
Was that even necessary?
This was a hairdresser So the not telling the team wasn't not telling the team that I actually wore pants. Not telling the team is don't talk about all this shit and spend it how you're about to spend it. Don't spend it how you're about to spend it when I got my lady right here.
Yeah.
That's
she
what
gonna tell everybody.
She gonna tell everybody, and she might say, "I'm still getting a little."
See, but again, we'll find out as the days go by. We'll find out as the days go by. But again, same thing. I say, here's the thing: if I'm paying you, I have a right to ask or request a certain level of whatever I'm requesting. And if you want to provide that to me, then you have a right to provide that to me. If we can't agree on those two things, then we have nothing else to talk about, basically.
Right. So go to the stream.
Needed, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
That was her trying to expose him.
Just tweet him. So what social media needed. That's my thought. What social media needed. But she wanted to get her story out there.
He wouldn't.
Now, if he went anywhere else, he would have complied do you mean she would have complied?
I think she would have complied.
Yeah.
You think she would have? Okay,
Yeah.
just want to make sure I'm getting clarity there, Sandra. Willette Williams, maybe the attire she was wearing wasn't respectful. Maybe the attire she was wearing wasn't respectful. We don't know quite what she was wearing, so we don't have an opinion one way or the other. All we know is that he asked her to put on some pants. Okay. Go ahead, read it out.
She would have got more offended no matter how he acts. And that, I think that asks my question.
Yeah.
If she had like, could you take some clothes off so you can come and do this shit?
Oh, how dare you?
Right.
How dare you be a respectable gentleman?
And ask me to put on some pants. I just say it come down.
I got you, Tweety. We gonna talk.
Yeah. This is a real
I like this, Sandra Reed. Shout out to everybody on the stream.
Yeah, please, thank y'all. Y'all getting it going.
And we look at there's a donation link right there in the
Social
corner
media
right
makes us look bad. Yes, it does.
Social media does make us look bad. Listen, let me tell you. I told you this. Thank God they didn't have flip phones or camera phones back during the days of Freaknik. Because 93, boy, Freaknik 93.
Hold up, just tweeted why she wasn't wearing. Because she came to get some of that side meat.
No.
Yes.
She was just
She
cutting
came
his
to
hair.
cut his hair whenever wifey ain't there.
Uh-oh, wait a minute
with
now.
some booty shorts on.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you. Now, I'm going to tell you how the ladies operate in my generation. If she came over to cut some hair and she ain't had no pants on, the first thing they would have said is hell no.
But look here. The thing is, she don't know if wifey gonna be there or not, so she got to play the moment.
Right.
She got to play it cool.
Oh,
Right.
shit. I was waiting on one of these.
Laugh my ass off. I would have told his ass, no, sir, I'm going to wear my regular clothes. See you at the appointment, my bruh. Hey, look.
Would have caught them hands
Hey.
on the wifey because that's the wifey's request.
That's what
You know what I'm saying?
Because it don't sound like something a dude would say.
Trey,
right?
you would just talk about the
Do
respect
that.
for y'all as black women, and you won't even respect the next black woman. That's why we don't listen. That's why I don't
Stop
listen
it.
to y'all.
Stop it.
That's why
Stop
I don't
it.
listen to
Right.
y'all
Stop right
because
now.
y'all be saying we, and
Stop
now
right
you
now.
don't even respect the next black woman. Trey, get off. Stop
That's
right.
right.
Get
That's
off
right,
street,
boss
Trey.
lady. This was about
This was
nothing and not
needed. So basically, I feel you, Phoenix. She didn't have to go and take this to social media. What was the point in that?
Trying to
Okay, so
expose
y'all
him.
had a disagreement,
She was trying to expose
and that
him.
was it.
She was trying to expose
Oh my
him.
God, I want Pimp. Read that.
Please don't try to make other people change to accommodate y'all egos. My
shit.
bad.
Egoic issues and shit.
issues and shit.
It ain't even asking to change. It's asking to respect whatever I'm asking of you. You so pro color people to say, well, respect them if they want to be called a man and they actually a woman, but you can't even say respect a man if he's just saying, baby, wear some pants for me.
Was it disrespectful to ask that?
Right. He didn't say it in a rude way. He just said for whatever reason. We don't know the reason. But is that disrespectful to ask to wear pants? No. I go to work. You could go to a store and the store person would say, hey, do you mind putting on some shoes?
Or a shirt.
Right.
Or
shoes,
shirt.
Shoes, shirt, no shirt.
Because that's
No
the
shoes,
requirement
no shirt.
what that establishment or that person is asking.
Right.
That's not disrespectful.
That's respectful.
That's
I got you. It makes sense to me. I mean, I feel like he was within, again, I'm all about freedom. So being able to say, hey,
I'm trying to tell you, boss. Like, I want to know what she was wearing too.
Shit, she was wearing that shout.
I'm telling you, it
You
could
know,
have.
she
It
was
could
wearing
have
that
been
shout
worse.
scope with the cheeks hanging out the back.
Lord have mercy.
It could have been worse.
I'm just saying, I agree.
It could've
I
been
agree.
worse.
He should be able to say, wear some pants. She should be able to say, fuck you. And they should be able to go find
Let
what
me
they
ask you
need.
this. Do you think he gave her an explanation of why he wanted her?
I don't know.
They already knew what's understood don't need to be explained.
Uh-oh, there it is. True. What's understood don't need to be explained.
Trey.
All right.
We're going to finish all these, then we're going to go into the final because we in Mayor Review Overtime. We was only going to do an hour. We appreciate y'all for staying.
Yep, thank you for staying and kicking it with us. Absolutely. Trey Michael said, if there was a contract signed and I had agreed to it, I would do it. Otherwise, at work, I dress professionally and I don't want anyone dictating to me about that shit.
There's a dress code though at your establishment.
Yeah,
you got to follow the
your
dress code.
That's true. I can't wear my shirts. I can't wear my print shirts that have provocative statements on it. I can't do it.
If you come in there, they're gonna say, Markel, you one of our best employees, man. Would you please?
Now,
don't be trying to change who I am.
You can't wear fuck whitey t-shirts in here.
And then go in there and say, don't try to change who I am.
Don't try to change who I am. Hey, sir, you know what? You can go work somewhere else, which is what they would say immediately. Right. Phoenix Williams, if she's coming to conduct business, then she should have dressed accordingly and kept it moving, or not take the appointment at all. Hold on, time out. Let me say one thing about this. Here's what it reeks of. It reeks of a word that people use nowadays a lot. It reeks of her being complacent.
I love my niece.
It reeks of her being used to a standard. Right. Okay, she's somebody. Now, what I mean by that, check this out. Now, follow me, y'all. So, if she let's say she cut his hair 5 times and 4 times she ain't wear no pants.
Mm-hmm.
He got some noise.
You got some explaining to do.
He got some noise.
Yeah, he got some noise.
So, in order to not hear noise, and as men, you know we do this.
Yeah, you're right.
In order to not hear no noise, be like, look, it's cool that you cut my hair. I told her,
I don't even know why you tripping,
hey, baby. Hey, look, that's my best hairdresser. She do my hair right.
Okay, baby.
Ain't nothing I can do, but I will talk to her.
And he know that talk ain't gonna go easy, but he got to do.
But I got to do it. He knew he was gonna catch some backlash one way or the other. So what do you want? The backlash from the person you lay with, or the backlash from the person who you pay with? Okay, that's some bars.
Bars. That was a
bars. And bars. So
and bars.
Just tweeted. Yeah, hey man.
So he said he did what he was supposed to do, which was
and
to say to her,
his wife, not the ratchetarian that does hair.
Now this is just us men talking, and because we know how we operate. Because I mean, dude. I'm just going to, if you seen that video where they had the barbers, where the sisters was dressed in lingerie. If you cut my hair in lingerie, I ain't got no problem. I'm coming to your barbershop specifically for the sites and to get my hair cut, right? Okay. So it ain't like a man, us, men folk, to be like, you got on like way little clothes. Can you put on some extra clothes? Unless for whatever reason, this man don't feel comfortable with that for whatever reason. But that's not really a man's statement. I'd say I give it about 5% over 95%. 5% of the men will be like, put some pants on. 95% of us is like, shit, take the rest of them off. Right. Cut them naked. If you can do it, you know, whatever. But what my point being, we don't know exactly what she was wearing. Right. We don't know exactly what forced him to say that.
Well,
however, what we know is the facts.
Obviously, she had on a skirt and she didn't have on pants.
Whatever she had on, I just know the facts. The facts are, he asked her to put some pants on.
I want to hear his side.
She said no and said, fuck off. You got to go find another barber. Okay. You got to find you a barber that's either a man, because I swear to God, if I had a dude coming in and I had to tell you, if I got to tell you to put some pants on, bro, you is not my barber.
Hold on.
You is not my, and it ain't got nothing against anybody that don't.
Hold on. Let's finish it off.
I'm just saying.
They got one of them around here.
I believe you. And tell me what
butt ass
naked,
so
I cannot go.
Okay. And the nigga internet famous, nigga.
So, that's right.
So just Tweety, what we got. Let's get to the streams. We got one more topic to get into because they are hot. Just Tweety.
But he only said wear them at your hair appointment. That's it. You don't be around him 24/7. So so what? An hour?
Hour.
Okay, right on. Thank you, Just Tweety.
Two sides to the story.
We'll see what develops as the days go by, because I'm sure there's going to be more coming out.
Right. Okay.
All right. So, all right, next topic.
5 more comments. Let's get through them because they are talking.
Okay.
Let's get to Trey Michaels because she got 90 things to say.
Absolutely, Trey Michael. We love her. She keep us going.
Dr. Trey, still love you.
None of that other stuff she said or did was even necessary. Just say no with a smile and keep it moving. People do so love drama. That is my point. What was her point in blowing this up like that?
The point of blowing it up was, Sister Williams just said,
she was trying to see if the flame was still there. Overlay for the underplay.
You know how y'all women do.
Look, listen.
You know
here.
if y'all, I'm gonna go out to this club and I know such and such gonna be there.
Lord.
Yeah. So let's go into the final thing, man.
All right. Well, let's talk about it. This one is a little bit more serious, y'all. Definitely, sensitive viewers, definitely be advised. This is a video that came across from a comedian. Don, I'm going to let you go ahead and tease that up.
Okay, so I got to pull it up. So D. Ray Davis lost his virginity to two 30-year-old women at the age of 11 years old who had him to perform oral. It's difficult for me to go down on women who ask. I'm gonna play the video clip.
And then we're going to talk about it.
Then we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to hit it from a side. Hit it from side. That you're not really thinking that I'm gonna go at it with. So we're gonna play the clip and we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Nigga, I gotta hear this shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've had
That's a hell of
older
a way to
women
break your
who
virginity.
thought I wasn't being parented correctly.
I've been fucking
Slightly
since I
try to
was
take
9. I ain't get
advantage
fucked by
of
two
me.
bitches,
Not
though.
slightly, have taken advantage
But
of me.
you lost your virginity to two 30-year-olds?
Yeah.
The same time?
Yeah, two ugly,
There's always ugly bitches with hair.
horrible looking women.
And you were?
What was I?
You were how old?
11.
11.
Going to 12. I had no hair on me.
Right.
I remember not having, and it was disgusting. And to this day, it's difficult for women to get me to go down. It's difficult. The girls that have had it, you're welcome. But it's hard. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to go down, man, because I remember what it was like down there. It was like a scary jungle. It was a terrible place to be. It was a terrible place to be, and they were like taking turns. I was up.
All right, so once again, that is Mr. D. Ray Davis, comedian, outstanding comedian, famous comedian.
Yeah, you don't get that man no props on our show, but keep going.
No, because you're comparing him to damn Dave Chappelle.
Ain't nobody nigga, you said D. Ray ain't funny.
Compared to Dave Chappelle, no.
Because that wasn't funny. That was a serious matter right there.
Shit. Well, you the one that jumped in.
No,
Matter of fact, we ain't even talk about Pimp Talk. Y'all ain't even signed to a contract yet.
Oh, stop it.
Shit.
Exactly.
Stop it right now.
Man, we ain't saying nothing about Pimp Talk.
Matter of fact,
for the rest,
a new job. That's why I'm on the leg with the dick.
For the rest of the show, you will be referred to as Marvin.
Oh my gosh. You call his old government name?
Yes.
Okay.
Lord.
I'm in here in my regular attire though.
Thank God we didn't have to ask you to put no pants on.
You know what I'm saying? Because I could have had my Gucci daddies on my bottom.
No. Okay. Going to the subject.
Okay, so
those are
basically,
boxers.
So listen. Now, if we hear him talking about, okay, we're saying, oh my God, it's terrible that happened to you, and this is the part that I paid attention to, just the angle to have to laugh it off.
There's some trauma there, bro.
Shout out to Trey on the stream. She often talks about the trauma that we deal with.
Yeah.
And I often go at the angle that we can't talk about it. Let anybody else, and we're so internalized with our own traumas that any other man having this room is 3 men saying this fucked up, right?
Yeah.
You could bring a 4th person in here. Shit, I wish it was me, because that's how most of the men have been bred to think. I sat and I saw 3 men. 3 men say that it was cool for a little Boosie to have his son have his dick sucked. Shit, I wish that was me. I buy it for my son too. And I'm sitting here like, y'all really thinking like this?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the reason for this topic being that we can't talk about rape, because when we talk about it, we get laughed at. It's a joke. It's not that serious. I wish it was me. You a man. Ain't no way a man could get raped. That's another comment.
Oh yeah, that's always a big one.
What y'all got for it, guys?
Hey man, I'm gonna say this. Look, keeping it a buck with you, you are correct. When we talk about our trauma, and it's because of the misogyny and because of the patriarchy that has happened throughout society, right? Throughout the time that we've been grown, and that we've grown up. Yeah, it was almost a badge of honor to say you got laid. I grew up around those guys. I grew up around that pressure. Oh man, you ain't gonna never get none. You better get it. I'm gonna eat it all up. I'm 10, 8, 9, 10 years old. I'm not ready to think that way yet, but I've been bombarded with this information. When we talk about things, because what he literally is talking about, though you had these men in the room with them laughing, and he probably uses laughter as a mechanism of coping with it, not realizing how deep the trauma goes, this man was raped. You're 11, and these are 2 30-year-old women forcing you to do something that you probably hadn't heard anything about. You ain't seen it. You ain't heard it. There's nothing there. And let's just talk about, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
That's just the tip of
the iceberg. The fact that these women had carnal knowledge with this child, because that's really what this is. And if we take it even further, the fact that these adults had this carnal knowledge with this child, you see right now, R. Kelly, 30 years.
30
He
years.
said that, yeah.
And we're talking about him grooming. We're talking about this happening, but most times we look at women as being protected, or they should be protected from this, but we never really talk about the men that have been affected by this. And when we talk about it, a majority of women and men, well, not nowadays, but a lot of times a majority of men, we're so blind to it and obtuse to the fact that, hey, you know, if you did, you had sex at an early age, or I had sex with a grown woman. Do you realize that you should see somebody? Do you? Oh no, I'm fine. You think you're fine, but how are you? How is your life? What's your life look like right now? How did you? And I've said this in the past, in different conversations. What you don't realize is that each time something untoward happens to you in life as you are growing up, there's a break that occurs. And you have to learn a new way to survive. You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what is it? What you can't even get to the root of what it has caused him to do. It may have led him to become a comedian, but he could have been something. He might have been the next president.
It probably led him down the poly life.
How about to say? I know
it may have led him down the poly life. It may have led him down polyamorous life. You know, I ain't gonna hate on that because being polyamorous.
Hey man,
I ain't gonna hate on that. But what I'm saying is, these different events that occur in your life, they all lead you down these different paths. There's a movie called what is it called? Everything All Together All at Once, something like that just came out. Okay. One thing I notice about that is that she lived in each of her different, you know, we talk about multiverses now. That's when we talk about the multiverse. Right. And every choice that you make leads you to a different path in your life, right? So this man was molested as a child by these women, and it led him down a different pathway that he may not have been heading in that direction. Right. I think it's fucked up that we can't talk about it, because when we talk about being raped, being molested, things of that nature.
First question is, how your dick get hard if you didn't want it?
Correct. That was a question they asked Tyler Perry, because Tyler Perry was also a victim of sexual assault.
Tyler Perry, the baby, R. Kelly.
A lot of them. Yeah. A lot of them were victims of assault. And people laugh it off and shuffle it off under the rug. Why can't men talk about this, and why are we not taking serious?
Now, this is where I bring into the everlasting conversation of patriarchal control and direction of the world, where things that consider you to be a man, your sexual prowess.
Yeah,
you took the words out of my mouth. Your sexual escapades of sorts, and this is what let some side of society say this is what makes you a man, and nobody really says that, but it's became normal that it's not questioned.
I should have said. My daddy told me, until you get some pussy, you ain't on man.
Yeah, but it didn't say get every piece of pussy.
No, it didn't say
okay,
that.
So yeah, you got some pussy, but you kept on going, Mark.
I would have still been a man without pussy.
These would make you a man. You don't need to go, I'm a man without it.
Right. Yeah. Right home.
Macaroni.
So it just appears that the bigger problem is we don't know that this is a problem because it's been pushed in our face so long that this is what we do as men, that any kind of addressing of the word sex is supposed to be what we do. That's just what men do. But that's not what men do. All men are dogs. Well, all men aren't dogs. And all these phrases are related to our sexual escapades. So now we think if we don't do this, we don't be like this. Hey, I was a virgin up until 18. I'm around my whole ass homeboy T.R. Tyrone Roberts, who getting all the pussy in Pensacola.
Mr.
Shout
Driller.
out to T.R.
Mr.
Stay
Driller.
You know, he getting all the pussy in 17 I was. So, but, you know, he was a virgin up until 14, 15, 13, possibly 9 with Tyrone. Possibly 9 with him.
Was he with another 9-year-old?
Well, no, he had a mustache at 9, so people thought he was 18.
Oh, my Lord.
And he was lying to him. You know, 18, baby.
I'm 18, I'm a man. See my mustache?
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all nigga pig head, boy.
But, you know, but the fact is, I've been in so many rooms with this conversation, and all I hear is most of the men in the room saying, I wish that teacher was having sex with me. Where was that teacher when I was that age? Where was them teachers dressing like this when I was whatever. Like it's normal and this is what we're supposed to do. And to me, that is a problem because we cannot mature correctly because we're getting led in the wrong direction, which is sex. Slim?
What am I? This okay. This is a serious situation. Looking at the clip, I didn't even know D-Ray that happened to D-Ray, but looking at him talk about it, that shit kind of sad, man.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And like the biggest question I got is how does a man deal with that?
Right.
Compared to like, okay, back in the day, let's be honest, you heard more family members molesting and raping the girls. You never heard of the boys getting molested. That shit happened too.
But we don't talk about it till we grown, and we only talk about it to our homeboys.
Exactly.
Correct.
At the right moment.
And it's specific homeboys. You can't tell all your homeboys.
Yeah.
Because they gonna look at you like you ain't no man.
What? Nigga, you had a problem with that. I have a very close friend of mine who had this same experience, and he said it was the babysitter, and he was the same age.
That's usually what happened. That's usually what happened. Sorry to read. It affects you in many points, even when you destroy good relationships.
Correct. See, that's the thing. It affects your relationship.
Right. So now we're getting to a point where women ask, well, why can't men open up emotionally? What's the problem with men that we are so distraught that this is probably the seed that led us to abuse, sexual abuse, sexual
Physical abuse.
physical abuse, because we mad at women, we mad at a woman. You know what I'm saying? Trey, what you got for Trey?
Trey says, I spent years doing assault/abuse work, and it is heartbreaking how many people get away with assaulting and abusing boys and men. That is correct. And it happens. I mean, we grew up through that madness. We grew up through that mess where people would assault boys. And sexual abuse/assault can cause self-destructive behavior. You are correct. This is where you find your 20-year-old alcoholics. You know.
I was not a 20-year-old alcoholic.
I mean, I'm saying this is where
I was a 14.
You were 14-year-old alcoholic. Well, that's deep because But I mean, again, trauma may have led you down that or TR. It starts with TR.
Yes, it starts with TR.
That is a problem.
Trauma starts with TR.
That is bars.
We have broken the Da Vinci Code.
We have broken the code. But yeah, you are correct. The abuse of men and boys is something that's often swept under the rug.
Right.
Because unless it's only in the instance of if it's a man that abuses a boy. Does that stand out more than I think that is probably at the top, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then men abusing girls, and then the women abusing women is at the bottom, and so in the middle you got the women abusing the men. But that's the thing, like you said, it's something that we don't discuss until we either talk to a professional or until something else happens. Right.
So,
yeah.
Damn. I got nothing more for that.
That was some deep shit right
Hey,
there.
all I'm gonna say, my takeaway from that is, first of all, definitely keep your eyes on your children. Definitely listen to them. When they tell you things. That's probably the biggest thing because I'm sorry, we came from that generation where they would sweep shit under the rug. I'm sorry, old people.
Yeah, they slip it up under the rug. Like Sandra Reeves said, conversation is a start.
Yeah.
And I think the good thing is we're coming into a generation where they are starting to be more open about their opinions, whether we like them or not.
Yep, everybody's talking now.
I think that's the good thing with the youth are more vocal, and even if they're not vocal, you can pay attention to their social media.
Yeah,
because they're saying a lot of how they feel on their social media.
Starting to do that. That's the good part of social media.
And if you're paying attention to your child or your relative or your friend, you can see, something going on with that person, and calls start to be made.
Yeah.
You all right?
What's going on?
You all right?
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm just paying attention to your post today. I'm just paying attention to what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You want to talk, and you may not be the person, but you might know the person.
Correct.
I hit up my homeboy. Hey, man, my son going through some things. You mind giving him a call?
Yeah. Shout out to Therapist G.
Therapist G.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? No, it wasn't Therapist G. It was Pimpin Slimm.
Pimpin Slimm.
Pimpin Slimm, man. Fuck that man. Go get some more hoes. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Sound like a Pimpin Slimm
That's what Pimpin said. I said life goes on, my nigga.
That was Marvin called him. Pimp didn't call him Marvin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Marvin. Right on. All right, y'all. So that's gonna be it on that. The final thought for the day, y'all. Just want to go ahead and
change the dynamic. Yes, we do.
We do have to change the dynamic. What else you got on the stream there, brother?
The last comment, and Sandra Reeves is finishing off. Thank you, sister. We have to change the dynamic, and you have to make them feel heard. And that, let me address that. I've done more learning how to communicate with my son within the past 2 months than I have had to learn his whole life. And it's turned out it's strengthened our relationship.
Excellent.
Because they just want to be heard. Yeah. And us being the older generation, and I've already known this, we're not really listening to them. We talking at them.
Yeah.
We're not letting them talk to us. Because yes, we know what we know, and we trying to just so hard hammer a point like you making a mistake right now. You don't know what you're doing. That it's not a conversation of, it's always what I went through, and we don't want to hear what they're going through.
Right.
We got to start letting them say what they're going through and stop comparing it to what we went through.
Yeah.
Let them say what they're going through, and then say, you know what? Since I've been through that, this is how I handled it. It's not about the fact that you handled it, you got over it. Well, you going to get over because I did it, I got over it too, so you can get over it. They got to know how we got past that moment. Right. What did we do to get past that moment? How long did it take? Or did you really even get past that moment?
Correct.
So it's just conversation. I appreciate you, Sandra, for saying all that, sister.
She's on real shit. On some real shit.
Yeah.
All right. She taught me how to talk to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right on. All right, y'all. Final thought I got for today, man. Just a little bit more news that we got today. Just want to let you know that the actor James Caan, the legendary actor who was made famous for his roles in films like The Godfather. And Brian's Song, has died. This was posted on his Twitter account. It was with great sadness that we inform you of the passing of Jimmy on the evening of July 6th. The family appreciates the outpouring of love and heartfelt condolences and asks that you continue to respect their privacy during this difficult time. Caan's breakout role, of course, came in 1972, which is a wonderful year. Let me just go ahead and let y'all know the best things came out in 72. Stay tuned. We're going to tell you more about that. When he played Sonny on The Godfather, he was nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor as well as a Golden Globe. He reprised the role in Godfather 2. Before Godfather, Caan did play Brian Piccolo, who was a famous Chicago Bear player, in Brian's Song. And it talked about the Brian Song story, which is a great story.
Come on. Wow.
Yep. He was in numerous movies, including Misery, Dick Tracy, and Elf. He was 82 years old. Let me say R.I.P. to Mr. James Caan.
R.I.P. to Santana Sonny Corleone.
Hey, listen. My boy! Look what they did to my beautiful boy! That's what the Godfather said because y'all remember Sonny went out like a G. Like a G, standing up in the booth. But I'm going to say definitely R.I.P. to Sonny, man. Hey, Godfather's one of my favorite series, so yeah, just want to let y'all know that James Caan passed away, and other than that, y'all,
R.I.P.
that's all I got, man.
Sister Willette, thank you, sister. Thank you to all the women. Look here, man. I gotta go there. Let me.
Y'all women showed out.
Let me address something.
Yeah.
Let me address something.
Address the points.
Let me address something. Ladies. I love our friendly banter of back and forth. Right.
Banter.
Yes. It's and I really enjoy the fact that we can converse about our differences of opinion.
Spirited dialogue.
As men, and yes. Passion. I've been told you just passionate about what you believe in.
Passionate dialogue.
Yeah. And I do hear what y'all say. Even if we don't come to a agreeing moment, at least I know how you feel a little more. And I recollect on that. I listen to it. So I just want to say all we saw on the stream today are women. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. With that said, I'm going to always hold you to a standard because I love you. Now, that standard may not be the standard that you want to follow.
That's fine.
That's fine. It's just what maybe the standard that I see from what I was raised by that I would like to see the same mold of woman. I know it's not going to be the same mold because everybody's an individual. Everybody is who they are. And nobody should actually step out of a mold for anybody. I truly understand it. That's why I say if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. That's the bottom line at the end of the day. But I just want to say thank you. I will always be a number one supporter of women, although it may not be the way you want it to be. at this whole show, I think TR was the only man on this stream. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being our number one ear. Okay? So with that said, though, we're going to put together a chart. If you see this Cash App link in the far corner right there, the only people who have donated to the Male Review, because we started a support campaign 3 weeks ago, a month ago actually.
Yep.
And I want to give a personal shout out to K Chantel.
Yes, K Chantel.
Shout out K Chantel.
K Chantel of Divine Beauty.
Yes.
Divine Beauty and Products. Look here, this is a black-owned product by one of the closest sisters of the YALE Radiocast family. I call her, I call Tyrone Mr. Hawley. He don't know that. He don't know that. He don't know that.
He done drilled too far.
He done drilled too far.
That boy struck oil.
He done struck oil. He done turned into Mr. Hawley.
Happy retirement, nigga.
Continue.
K's Divine Beauty line. Check out K Chantel on her Instagram and Facebook, or K Hawley on her Facebook as well for the purchase of her products. Once again, she is a member of the YALE Radiocast family.
Yes.
Check out her podcast, which is we're trying to get the days back down. You know, yeah. So the Royal Corner, which has been the sponsoring show for Queen's Court. So we got some other great things coming with her as well. Shout out to Ashley Larkin.
Shout out to Ashley,
who has donated as well.
Absolutely.
She's working on putting together some things for her son who is autistic. I understand that as well. Yeah. My oldest son is an autistic child, Tyron Khalil Williams. Love him to death, and just the things I understand that more than people know. Okay, so Damani Speaks is her campaign organization that brings awareness to autism, and I'm working on some things for her. She needs a logo for her brand.
Excellent.
I'm working on that. She don't even know it. So when I drop it in her the email, she, oh my God, me and her be going back and forth sometimes.
Pretty sure she knows now.
She we kind of bump heads. She's like, I ain't gonna believe it till you do it.
Of course not.
Yeah, well, what are you talking about?
You got time?
Yes, I got time right now. Miss Shirley of Connecting the Links Foundation.
Shout out to Miss Shirley.
Yes, we appreciate you as well for your contributions constant contributions as well to YALE Radiocast. I just got off the phone with her before this show started, and we have some more stuff coming up very soon as well.
Yes, young man.
She continuously donates, and with that said, I'm looking for the fellas. Men, where are you at?
Hey, ladies, ask the men in your life. Boys, definitely grown men. Go ahead and ask them to listen with you. Have them sit down and listen with you.
They wasn't expecting y'all to be on this many times this week.
Tell them to put some pants on, though. We don't need to see all that. And with that said,
let
y'all,
me get this. Read your gut. Look, shout out to Trey Michaels.
Shout out to Trey Michaels.
Dr. Trey, me and her bump heads. She got one last comment before we get out of here.
We need to stop with the comments that suggest that men are hypersexual and boys are lucky to get sexualized by adult women. You are correct. Normalize that sexualizing boys is absolutely harm. I absolutely agree with you.
They too stupid to realize that this generation.
Yep, absolutely. But we're going to try to definitely do our best to try to get that together. We love you too, Dylan. He need a hug, don't he? Sensitive thug. We all need hugs. Oh my God!
Nah, she remember that nigga. She remember. He talking about better husband thing and got boss lady.
Oh no!
Put in Facebook jail.
Not put in Facebook jail.
Oh my God!
Hey, he ain't making no better.
Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! He is so moved with emotion that
I gotta put my shades back on.
He's not gonna drink the rest of that alcohol. I'm lying. He gonna drink all that.
He already done with the 2 cups of coffee. That's why his eyes look like
that. That's why his eyes is wide. Y'all, thank y'all again for another fun-filled, action-packed, informational show from the Male Review on a special edition of the Male Review, so we can catch the 5 while it's hot. Myself, Mark L. My man Dial is in the building, and the Pimp, as always.
Pimp is here.
The Pimp is here.
And the last word, Slim, you didn't even sign out, did you?
No, hell, I thought y'all go around or something.
Oh, go for it.
Give it to him.
Shout out to Miss Shirley for all the things that you've done. Shout out to Yale ENT for inviting us to everything. Shout out to my boy Markel, Dylan Williams, because y'all always rock with me. But my last message that I want to say to everybody, man, let's normalize talking to people because this shit that has been going on is real. And then like one that touched me today was that D-Ray Davis, man. We need to normalize talking some of this shit out because this shit ain't normal and it ain't right just because we men and going through this shit.
Correct.
Yeah,
Love hurt.
That's it. It does. Love hurt. Single dropping next week, 7-11.
Right on.
Y'all make sure y'all got that.
We can get it at the 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute.
Go and
you
find
can't
a
give
little,
me a 7-Eleven. Okay.
Go
With
and
that
find,
being said,
go and find a little Bangladesh at Chevron on Old
Not
Mac
little
and tell them Pimp sent you.
Lord. Hey, y'all. With that being said, thank y'all again for joining the Mail Review. Thank you for joining the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Thank you for all your support. And as always, from YALE Radiocast and the YALE Radiocast family, our motto is...
Get the business.
Get the business.
With the third
Check
leg.
y'all out next time.
Third leg, bitch.
Hey,
YALE Radiocast.